We're at Yellowjacket Stadium, Andy Mayberry and Jeremy Orman, where the hometown Yellowjackets are set to take on a conference rival, the Jonesboro Hurricane. Kickoff is about 20 minutes away. We'll start with the Sheridan Coaches Show with Sheridan coach Kevin Kelly.
I'm Hamilton Mosley, and this is another episode of the Kevin Kelly Show. Coach Kelly, thank you for lending me some time to ask you a few questions. Let's get rolling.
Glad to do it.
What are the things that happened to help us get off such a fast start?
Against West Memphis?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we got off to a fast start?
Okay.
Well, it was kind of to me, it was a slow start. I looked up and we were down 20-16. Then we went on a 48-0 run. You feel like 48-0 is a good run?
It's a good run.
But what we did when we started playing well was we took a couple of penalties on offense that slowed us down early on, and we made some mistakes on defense. Had guys running the wrong gap, and they broke a couple plays. And then we had a pass interference on 4th down that gave them the ball, and they scored a touchdown when it would have been our ball. Penalties kind of hurt us, just simple mistakes. And then when we eliminated those mistakes, we showed what we could do, which was score a lot of points fast and stop them. When it was 20-16, they didn't score another point the rest of the night, and we scored 48 after that. So that just shows you what we're capable of. But that's why we got to play if we're going to beat all the teams that we're going to have a chance to beat.
Can you talk about the impact of the defensive secondary had in the game?
Yeah, I thought the secondary played really well, and we need them to improve from last year. Made some mistakes, young, first year in the system that we like, that Coach Oxnard liked to do. And but man, they're playing more aggressive. They're playing with confidence, and we really need them to this week against Jonesboro. But against Memphis, we got 4 interceptions in the game. Lawson, Wallingford got 1. Ross, I'm going brain dead. Yeah, Ross Stevens. I get Ross and Reed. So Lawson Wallingford got an interception. Ross Stevens got an interception. Marquise Thorne got 2 interceptions. And so they're playing with confidence, and I just hope they can bring that into this week.
Any other plays or players that stuck out in the performance against West Memphis?
God, there was a lot. Dylan Smith had a bunch of good kickoff returns. He had over 100 yards in kickoff returns and over 100 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns. I thought that was big. And then I thought, JP Black did a really nice job, had a good game and stepped in. And then at times, our offensive line was really, really dominant. And they provided good protection for us once they got going and cut out the penalties. And they were really good. And then I would say, our 2 tackles, Bradley Sturdivant and Ethan Cowden on the offensive line, were really, really good. And then we got a spark from Easton Barksdale. He came in at quarterback and gave us a spark and threw for 4 touchdowns as well. So, we kind of spread it all over the place. Your normal guy out there, Isaiah, had 123 yards, total yards, and 3 touchdowns, I think. But we've come to expect that from him.
Every week you feature an assistant coach, and this week it's Coach Zack Kelly, and Zack Kelly. Tell us about Zack Kelly.
You know Coach Zack, right?
I know Coach Zack.
What do you think about him?
I think he's a great guy.
You think he's a great guy? Am I a great guy?
You're a great guy.
He's a better man than I am. That's a good thing, though. That's what we want our kids to be. We want our kids to be better than we are. No, it's been awesome. I got to coach him when he was growing up, and I like to brag on him. People don't know this about him. A phenomenal kid, a great kid, a great leader by example, a good spiritual Christian kid. And, and I don't know where he picked up all the great things at, but I'm glad he did. On the football field, he's the second leading receiving touchdowns person in the history of Arkansas high school football. I think he's got 61, and the other guy's got 62. And that's a lot of touchdowns to score in those years as a high school football player. He did that because he just worked really hard. He's small. Everybody can look at him. He's 5'7", 140 pounds, 145 pounds. He was the same way in high school. He was kind of fast, but he worked hard. And here's what he did really good. And this is why I love football. He grew up being a guy that was small. And I always say anybody can be good at football if you just try your hardest. And especially if you learn how to play the game. If you study and learn how to play, you can be really good at football. He did that and got some of his mom's speed. And he's able to do a lot of great things on the football field. And then what he did was he used that to be a guy that other guys looked at and knew who they were. And he was a great example off the field. It was awesome. The best 3 years of my coaching life were coaching Zack.
Tell us what it's like to coach your son.
Well, the daily part of it was difficult because, when he's the coach's son, that's a good question, because when he's the coach's son, I had to make sure that I was harder on him than I was on everybody else. And it was hard to do that because he didn't mess up a lot. He was a classic coach's son where he paid attention growing up to film and what we were saying. And so we didn't have to correct him very much. So I kind of had to, when he did make a mistake, I had to pound it so everybody wouldn't think I was showing him favoritism. The funny story is we had another kid that was a good friend of Zach's named Will Hastings that ended up walking on at Auburn and getting a scholarship playing receiver and then playing, getting to go to the New England Patriots camp named Will Hastings. And one time Zack or Will Hastings ran a play and he messed up on it. And Will was not the kind of guy that responded to getting on him. And then Zack ran the play, the next play, and I jumped all over Zack. And it's the only time his mother, my beautiful bride, ever got on to me. And she's like, hey, Will and Zack ran the same play and did the same thing. And you jumped on Zack and you didn't jump on Will. Let's remember that he's still your son and receiver, even when he's out there. And that I'm like, okay, I got to dial it back a little bit. I think that was his junior year before he was a senior. But anyway, it's awesome. Dads love coaching their sons for the most part. It's a fine line between pushing them too hard and encouraging them not enough. But I'd say anybody gets the opportunity to do that. And it's one of the greatest blessings you'll have.
Coming off a dominant win over Memphis, how do you make sure they stay focused when it doesn't get complacent? Tough matchup in Jonesboro coming up on Friday.
Yeah, it's easy to get complacent when you do play a really good game because you're like, okay, we've got it all figured out. That means you're like, we're good. We don't have to keep trying hard. We don't have to keep working and learning because we got it all figured out. And it's for a team that's trying to string together wins that hasn't done it a lot. It's easy to be satisfied. Like, yes, we got that win. That's great. It's kind of like when I get to go eat some ice cream. I don't want to go back to work. I just want to sit on the couch and just be like, that was awesome, and just sit there. And you don't want your team doing that. Just going, oh, that win was awesome. Let's just sit around. And that's what we've got to focus on. So as coaching staff, we showed them the mistakes we made. We go like, how good could we be if we fixed all those? Because we beat them pretty bad, and we made a lot of mistakes. How good could we be to beat them all? How good could we be if we fix all those? And for Jonesboro, we're going to have to make a lot less mistakes. They're a little bit better than West Memphis. They're both really athletic, but they're a little more disciplined, and so we just can't make as many mistakes. But I feel good going into this game, and we've got a little revenge on our minds because they beat us pretty good last year.
What improvements do you see last week you want to carry out to this week's game?
You mentioned it earlier, and that's the pass defense. Our secondary stepped up, made 4 interceptions last week, major improvement. And, man, we need to carry that into this week because last year they threw for 6 50-yard passes on us or more, 50 or more yard passes. And I think that's right. And we can't have that this year. But I like where our defense is. I like our defensive line's capable of getting a pass rush. Coach Oxter dials up blitzes, the back end, the corners, and the safeties. If they're being aggressive and playing the ball and get some picks, we're going to win the game pretty easily. If they don't, it's going to be a lot tougher.
What does Jonesboro offensively and defensively presents the biggest challenge for us?
On both sides of the ball, they're very big and fast and physical. And so, we're outmanned at some spots speed-wise. Where we don't have to be outmanned is smart-wise and heart-wise. And if we could show what we're made of and what I know these kids are about, they're good kids with big hearts. If we can show that, and we can learn through the week what they're doing to us, then we're gonna be fine. They just can run by you on offense, and on defense they run to the ball. So a normal 25-yard play by Isaiah might be a 13-yard play. Well, that means then you got to line back up, and you still got to run 2 more plays that you might mess up on. So it's important that we're able to focus and grind and not let things that are out of the ordinary or them making the occasional play for their speed. With their speed, we can't let that bring us down.
How do you expect Jonesboro to compare with West Memphis in team speed?
Overall, I really think West Memphis has a little more team speed overall, but Jonesboro has 3 or 4 guys that are faster than anybody West Memphis had. And so I'm not sure which is the greater problem, having 3 or 4 guys that are just faster than everybody, or whether you've got
the whole team
overall. Yeah, the whole team. I'm not sure which one's worse, but we're going to find out.
How important is it to set the tone early in this game?
For this game, I think it's important for 2 reasons. One, since Jonesboro beat us pretty badly last year, if we come out and do like we did against West Memphis and don't play a good game, you could look up and be behind 21-0, and it's going to be tough to come back. And the other thing is our mindset. When you're trying to change the culture of a team into a winning mindset, if things don't go your way early, it's easy to just make a lot of mistakes and let that, I call it like, if you start with a little baby snowball on top of a hill.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, it rolls down the hill and it gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, exactly. And that's what happens when a team hasn't had a lot of success and the other team jumps on them. So we need to jump on Jonesboro instead of them jumping on them. So that snowball is
smaller.
It's smaller if it's our snowball, but their snowball's getting bigger, and it's just going to avalanche their town before it's over with.
What role do you see special teams playing this matchup?
Our kickoff return team the week before against Rogers had given us, I think, the average field position was on the 19-yard line. This week it was more like the 35-yard line. That's a big difference. That's 16 yards. That's 3 plays. And so we didn't even have to run those 3 plays to get those 16 yards. That's a big deal. And then if we can get an onside kick or 2, that's a game changer for us. So those 2 things are both going to be just vastly important.
Are you doing anything special to prepare for this returning players as quarterback and wide receiver 6?
We are. We've got a lot of different stuff. We've given them some different looks. We're going to change our coverages. We're going to attack the quarterback and try to make him feel pressure. Last year we did some things and we couldn't quite get there, but it's live and learn, and we're not doing the same thing we were doing last year, trying something different. And I feel pretty good about what Coach Oxner's got, and Coach Bobo and Coach Cathcart and Coach Dykes. I feel good about what they've drawn up.
Looking back at your career, what's one coaching decision or philosophy shift that made changing trajectory of your teams?
People are going to say, a lot of people think this is goofy, but it's a big deal. When my first state championship was in 2003, and then it took me 5 years to win another one in 2008, and then it took me 3 more years to win the next one in 11. Well, then in 2009, I got to go to MIT and do a speech thing. And then they called me back in 2014 in the spring. And this time, ESPN sponsors it. And so analytics was becoming a thing. And so I traded off. I said, look, I don't want anything from y'all except for, I don't want any money. I just want you to let me have an hour with your data scientists. And I want to be able to ask them questions, see if I can figure out anything in football that'll help. And I asked a bunch of questions. And it came down to this. I want to know the 5 things that most determine who's going to win a football game. And people would go, the easy answer is, well, whoever has the most points. Yeah, but how do you end up with
How do you end up?
Yeah, that's easy, right? And so I came back with whoever has the most 20-yard plays, turnovers. Everybody would say turnovers that knows football. Whoever has the most 20-yard plays, whoever has the most quarterback sacks wins 77% of their games. Whoever has the most tackles for losses wins 67% of the games. So that's why I like to be aggressive on defense and sack the quarterback and get tackles for losses on the running backs, those kind of things. And then this wasn't one because there's not enough people that do this, but onside kicks, if we get an onside kick, we win like 95% of our games. So I came back with those 5 in 2014. I told you how long it took in between to win the other ones. 5 years before my second one, 3 years before my third one, 3 years before my fourth one. I won 6 of the next 7 state championships implementing those ideas, practicing around those things that I learned at MIT and from ESPN and their data scientists. And I would say that's the most important thing I've done. And then I learned if you'll educate the kids and if you can get them to believe in those things and practice those things, and there's many more besides those are the main ones, then you got a better chance to win games and win them consistently.
If you could describe this team in 3 words, what would they be? You said that last week.
You've been waiting on this question, hadn't you?
I had.
Okay. Is roller coaster one word or two?
Roller coaster's one word.
Are you going to call it one? Okay. I'm going to give you volatility, roller coaster. I think the fans would agree. Do you? It's a roller coaster watching this team, and amazing.
We lose Rogers, and then we beat West Memphis. And
and even in the West Memphis game, it's a roller coaster. I look up and we're losing. Then we get ahead. Then we're losing. Then we're losing again.
And then we just get ahead.
And then we just go crazy. So volatility, roller coaster, because it's a roller coaster with this team. A kind of a fun roller coaster, but the down here part's not as fun as the coming, off the top of the hill. And amazing because I really, really love our coaches and I love our players. I think we've got an amazing group of kids, an amazing group of men that's leading those kids. And all together, when we walk out there, I'm proud to be part of that group. So it's amazing too.
Yeah, it's nice to have, it's honestly nice to have the roller coaster because it's fun. It's fun being on the high part of the roller coaster, but it's also fun because if we get down and then we win a big game, I think West Memphis was like a good game to win.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But if we win with West Memphis, it's a lot more to enjoy.
I agree. It's fun when you come out of that dip and go back up to that
you go
high.
back up.
Yeah. Then you're fixing to come down that big fun hill again. So yeah, I agree. That's a good way to look at it. Roller coasters can be good. I'm not very happy when we're at the bottom of the roller coaster though. I like being up here when I know the fun's fixing to happen.
Thank you for letting me have some time, and thank you for everyone for watching, of course, and thank you for letting me some of your time to ask me a few questions about Sheridan football. See you next week.
Always glad to do it.
Andy Mayberry, Jeremy Orman. We're at Yellowjackets Stadium, and the hometown Yellowjackets set to take on the visiting Hurricane of Jonesboro. You just heard our coach's pregame show. We'd like to thank our sponsor, J.M. Fry, Inc., as always, also our stream presenting sponsors for tonight, First Trust Home Loans and Roof Connect. Jeremy, Jonesboro comes in here with a very deceiving 1-3 record.
Very deceiving 1-3 record. They've had 2 really tough opponents with Conway and Benton, and that's a tough way to start your season. So I feel like last year we were kind of set up for the same. Didn't know what to expect out of Jonesboro coming in, but you can expect them to have good athletes. They have a good returning quarterback, all-conference quarterback, and an all-state running back in the backfield. So we can expect a good game.
Yeah, look a lot tonight for T.J. Brown and Asa Myers back there. A good 1-2 combo in the backfield. This is a Jonesboro team that averages about 470 yards a game, so 35-plus points. So certainly this is a powerful offense.
Our defense has to come to task again tonight, Andy. Last week against West Memphis, I was very impressed with our secondary and our linebackers and our defensive line getting to the ball and tackling, holding West Memphis to 20 points, I believe, was the final total for West Memphis. So we've got to show back up tonight and put a stop to any type of momentum Jonesboro tries to come out and set from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, great showing by the Sheridan defense last week, as you mentioned, just giving up 20 points. And more importantly, 0 points in the second half, holding West Memphis scoreless in the third and fourth quarters and really just kind of sealing it away as the offense did what it does very well and put up a lot of points on the board.
It's actually only, now that I think about it, 2 defensive touchdowns. We threw an interception that was returned for a touchdown, so the defense only gave up 2 scores last week. We need Need a lot of that tonight as Jonesboro is coming onto the field wearing their white jersey and black pants. Not much of a visiting crowd, so our crowd can really affect the game tonight, putting pressure, making some noise. Here comes your Sheridan Yellowjackets. Wearing the graphite tonight. We're going to send it down to Mike Nevins.
Mike,
Hey,
come
Coach.
out down there.
We got Jonesboro tonight. Rough game with them last year. What do you look for tonight?
Well, because it was a rough game last year, I think this could be a turning point for us. I really think we're set and ready to play a great game and beat these guys. If we do, that might be that tipping point that we need to turn to rally into a better football team and have a fantastic season, make a run in the playoffs. Because if we can get them to beat a team that beat us bad last year, I think everybody will jump in and go, now we know it can be possible.
So, good practice this week. Defense looked like it turned a little bit of a corner last week against West Memphis. How did it go this week in practice?
You know, that's what we're up against because this is the best deep passing team in our conference. Last year they completed 6 50-yard passes or more on us. We've got to slow that down. They threw a few on Benton last week. Benton's probably the best defensive team in our conference right now. So if we can hold up against them, we'll know we're where we want to be.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
With Sheridan coach Kevin Kelly. Coach Kelly mentioned a big deep passing team. Again, we talked about him in the pregame. Quarterback Asa Myers, his top target, number 23 for Jonesboro, Cameron Davis. Davis averaging about 133 yards receiving per game, so watch out for him. Really is going to put a lot of pressure on that Sheridan secondary.
Yeah, last year, Jonesboro put up 49 points against us to our own 28. And got a flag right off the get-go. Be a procedure call against Jonesboro.
Waiting for the official call. Everyone's walking it back.
But yeah, Andy, 49 to 28 last year, and it was big play after big play that ended up costing us. We had a good fight and really showed some grit last year against Jonesboro. Just came up short, couldn't put the ball in the end zone enough, and it's going to come down to our defense, I think. That's my pregame analysis of this.
Well, we've talked a lot about this Jonesboro offense, but on the bright side, if you're a Sheridan Yellowjacket, this Jonesboro defense has given up a lot of points this year, too. They've given up somewhere in the neighborhood of 47, 48 points per game. So, you know, Sheridan can score a lot of points, averaging about 45 points a game themselves, 43 and a half, and 593 yards of total offense. Our kick is up, end over end, high kick is going to be fielded inside the 5-yard line, across the 7, a little hook and lateral to Zay. He's got a seam. He's going down that right sideline. Isaiah Stevens is going to be pushed out of bounds around near midfield, so the Yellowjackets start with a big play just right off the bat, Jeremy.
Great design there. Dylan Smith did a good job going deep, securing the ball. A little pitch to Zay. Get it to your playmaker right off the get-go. Great opener for the Yellowjackets.
Great field position to start this game for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. First down and 10 at their own 49-yard line. We talked about the big plays, and we saw one just right off the bat for Sheridan. So Dax McMillan in at quarterback. He's got big Eli Turner back. Good to see him back last week, and I'm sure ready to contribute even more this week. Dax throws complete to Isaiah Stevens across midfield, a pickup of only a couple on the play, and he's met by 3 or 4 Jonesboro Hurricane.
Like the play call, though. Just get a quick hitter, quick pass, easy reception, get some rhythm and momentum going for your offense. Positive yards on the first play.
Pickup of about 2 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 8. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Eli as a lead blocker for Dax, and Dax is going to pick up about 8 yards.
We're going to see a lot more of that this season than we did last season. That's a designed quarterback draw with Eli Turner blocking in front of Dax, and Dax gets a snap, follows his lead blocker to the hole for a positive yard on 2nd down. So they're going to call a penalty on Sheridan to bring it back, though. Illegal shift.
Yeah, that's going to go against the Yellowjackets, so that will nullify that play and mark it back to the 46-yard line now. Still 2nd down, but now about 2nd and 13. Yellowjackets. Little inside scoop to Zay Stevens, crosses midfield. Looked like that was going to be a sweep out to the left side of the field, and then a little underhanded shuttle pass to Isaiah, and he picked up about 5 yards on the play.
Good misdirection. Jonesboro brings pressure off the right. We had a great play call there. Going away from the pressure, Zay just lost his footing, keeping him from a big gain.
So 3rd down, a long 7 yards to go for the first down for the Yellowjackets. Inside Jonesboro territory at the 48-yard line, 10:33 left to play in this McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter. Dylan Smith in the backfield along with Isaiah Stevens. Now Smith goes in motion. The snap goes in and out of the hands of Dax, and whistles blow, flags go down. And that's going to be a delay of game against Sheridan.
Ran into this last week against West Memphis. Slow getting the play call in, maybe adjusting the play at the line of scrimmage, and I believe we had at least 3 delay of game penalties against us last week, putting us behind the sticks. It's hard to overcome.
I got to say, the Yellowjackets might have been fortunate to get that penalty, because otherwise that might have been a difficult play on their hands. Dax is going to roll to his left, looks downfield, throws incomplete, was trying to hit Eli Turner, who was open at around the 47-yard line. The pass was just a little bit behind him, and Turner couldn't haul it in.
It was decent coverage by Jonesboro secondary. Eli was the 3rd option on that underneath and just thrown behind him. Like to gain some yardage there for a manageable 4th down. Nonetheless, Coach Kelly and his offense are going to go for it here.
So 4th down, 11, maybe 12 yards to go for the first. 3 receivers to the wide side, 2 to the short. Dax by himself in the backfield, has some time, throws over the middle, and he was trying to hit Walker Shields, and Shields just never turned around. Some miscommunication, obviously, there between Dax McMillan and Walker Shields.
Yeah, miscommunication. Dax had a good read. Walker was behind the linebackers and in front of the free safety, but Walker didn't turn his head around, and Coach Kelly's kindly reminding him what to do in his routes there. So Jonesboro offense taking the field. Sheridan defense first look. See what they do here against this talented Jonesboro backfield.
All right, Jonesboro, they give up the middle, 2, 3, 4 yards. On the carry, that was, I think, T.J. Brown for Jonesboro, and they're going to call it a pickup of 2 on the play to the Sheridan 45-yard line, brings up 2nd down and 8. Hurricane are going to throw deep. We heard Kevin Kelly talk about that before. Asa Myers was airing it out. He had Cameron Davis sprinting down that left sideline, but good coverage by Sheridan.
Yeah, good makeup speed by Braden Lewis on the outside. One-on-one coverage. Receiver makes the double move, gets past him, but Braden there gaining ground. Great coverage, 3rd and long for Jonesboro.
3rd down and 8. Clock stopped at 9:46 left to play in the opening quarter. Little loop pass, lob pass, and it goes incomplete. Good coverage by Marquise Thorne out there. Looked like there might have been a little bit of contact along that sideline. Referee official there said it was incidental and no flags thrown, and so the incomplete pass brings up 4th down.
Great coverage there by Marquise. Secondary up to task thus far in the game. Bringing in some substitutions here on 4th down, getting some speed in. Going to try to get an edge rush by Zay off the bottom of your screen here, lined up at defensive end, showing 2 down linemen, expecting more to come.
Jonesboro airs it out again, going for same play that we saw a couple of plays ago. He was trying to hit Cameron Davis, and Braden Lewis again with a great play.
You've got to be feeling good right now about the secondary's performance so far. That's 3 deep ball attempts and 3 really good defensive plays by our secondary, taking away Jonesboro's bread and butter.
Well, you can tell, Kevin Kelly talked about it on the sideline there with Mike a few moments ago before the game started, that Jonesboro really tries to throw that deep ball. They've done it on 3 of their plays so far tonight, and every time Sheridan was right there with great coverage. They've practiced it all week and paying off now. So Barksdale in the game now at quarterback, and they give up the middle. Not much running room there. That was Isaiah Stevens with the carry. He picked up maybe 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8.
Looks like we're going after the run, see who we can hit. Jonesboro graduated all of their starting linebackers, so Coach Kelly may be seeing what the new linebackers are about this year. High snap, bobbled.
Yeah.
I think Zay was able to fall back on it there.
Barksdale did a good job just being able to grab it and not have it sail over his head. He tried to go on and complete the handoff. Timing was off. The ball went on the ground. Again, as you mentioned, Zay doing a good job just covering it. Actually picked up about a yard on it, so now it's 3rd down and 7. Barksdale, plenty of time, throws complete to Isaiah Stevens, and he's going to be hauled down immediately. And it's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards, brings up 4th and 2, and the Yellowjackets, not unexpectedly, will go for it.
That was a small window Barksdale just threw that ball into. Good concentration by Zay on an out route, securing the ball, bringing up 4th and manageable here for your Sheridan Yellowjackets.
4th and 2 for the Jackets at the 42-yard line. Barksdale's going to keep it himself. He's got first down yardage inside the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line. Easton Barksdale.
Got a flag down here.
Probably going to be holding based on where it is. But we'll wait for the official call.
That is an offensive hold.
So that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Which is really disappointing because Barksdale would have picked up that first down, I think, regardless of the hold. But they'll mark it back to the 45-yard line now of Sheridan. 4th down and 10 from there. 7:51 left to play in this McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter. Barksdale, lots of time, throws over the middle, incomplete behind the intended receiver, Walker Shields. And that will be a turnover on downs. Jonesboro will take over at the Sheridan 45.
Right now, Andy, we're our own worst enemy. The penalties are costing us. Getting first downs, penalty, bringing us back. Been behind the sticks on offense. We've got to maybe complete some short passes, have some short runs, get some momentum going in the right direction here. Defense immediately back on the field for Sheridan.
We'll see if Jonesboro maybe tries to get their ground game going now, or if they want to continue trying to air it out. Little reverse is going to get inside the 45 to the 40, now to the 38-yard line of Sheridan.
Ross Stevens on the tackle there. You're going to hear Ross and Reed a lot tonight. They just have a nose for the football. Quick to the line of scrimmage, Jonesboro. A quick hitter in a gap, and he is off to the races.
That's going to be a touchdown for the Hurricane. Number 1, Ty Brown with the carry for Jonesboro. Takes it in from 38 yards out. And so the Hurricane strike first with 7:14 left to play in this first quarter. They go up 6-0.
Jonesboro caught us on our heels there. Had a reverse around the end. We lost containment for a positive play. Back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Hit a gap. Take it to the end zone for a quick score in the first quarter by Jonesboro.
Extra point is up, and it's good by Randy Eusebio. I did my best. I did my best. Yeah, let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this.
So here at Manette Law, focus primarily on personal injury. When a client comes to me, my role is to try to eliminate some of those obstacles and some of those burdens that they're navigating so that they can focus primarily on getting better. Please call me. This is what I do, and I want to help you, and I want to hold those insurance companies accountable, or the person who caused your injury accountable, so that you're fairly compensated.
Back at Yellowjacket Stadium, Andy Mayberry, Jeremy Orman, and the Yellowjackets trail 7-0 to the visiting Hurricane of Jonesboro. 7 minutes, 14 seconds left to play in this McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first down. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, First Trust Home Loans and Roof Connect. And kick is going to be fielded by Dylan Smith. He crosses the 25-yard line out to about the 26, and the Yellowjackets will start 1st and 10 from there.
One step forward, one step back for offense right now. We need to put a good drive together, have a quick answer here against the Jonesboro Hurricane offense. We need 7 of our own here. I'd like to see a long drive or even a big play for a touchdown would be great.
Yeah. Looking to see, it looks like Dax McMillan's going to be coming back into the game at quarterback. We've seen a lot of Kevin Kelly alternating he and Barksdale in the last few weeks. Dax will bring his team to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 26. Stevens in the backfield, along with Dax. Looked for a moment like they were trying to set up a screen, and it's going to be intercepted at the 24-yard line. And coming up with the interception for Jonesboro, number 10, that's Corey and Bullard. And that was an ill-advised pass.
Had a screen set up there. It's a slow developing play, but Jonesboro had it read well. Quarterback just needs to come outside of the hash mark, outside of the pocket, and just throw it away. Live to fight another down. Instead, he tries to throw it at the feet of a lineman, and there's a Jonesboro defender sitting there waiting on it for a turnover. And again, the Sheridan defense back on the field quickly here. Tall task.
All right, so Jonesboro with some great field position. They faked the reverse, throw to the end zone, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jonesboro. Cameron Davis.
Ran the reverse on the last play. Used it as a little eye candy this drive. Faked the reverse. Throw a deep post over the middle. Looks like we have a Jonesboro player down after the play.
Yeah, let's take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll be back with more Yellowjacket football after this.
Shelby Taylor Trucking serves all your timberland needs in South Central Arkansas. With over 50 years in the industry, Shelby Taylor Trucking has established themselves as trustworthy leaders in the industry. From planting to harvesting to hauling your timber, Shelby Taylor Trucking is ready to serve you. Follow them on all social media platforms at Shelby Taylor Trucking. Learn more by visiting their website at staylortrucking.com. That's staylortrucking.com.
We're back at Yellowjacket Stadium. Andy Mayberry and Jeremy Orman. We've had an injured player on the field, one of the Jonesboro players. I think that might have been actually Cam Davis. I'm not certain of that, who caught that touchdown pass.
I think you're right. Looks like a leg injury of some kind, unfortunately. Had to bring the cart out. Wishing the best for that young man. And I hate to see injuries.
Yeah. Never like to see anyone get hurt in the game. So that score put Jonesboro up 13-0. That extra point is up, and it's good. And so with 6 minutes, 58 seconds left to play in this McCoy Tigert Pharmacy first quarter, it's Jonesboro 14, Sheridan 0. Let's just keep it right here for just a minute. So Jeremy, obviously a couple of big plays back-to-back, the interception. Well, you had the touchdown run, the 38-yard touchdown run, almost immediately. We throw the interception, and then Jonesboro strikes very quickly. They throw to the end zone. So in just a couple of moments' time, it went from being a 0-0 game to being 14-0. What does Sheridan have to do at this point?
We've got to have a good established drive or hit a deep ball here to get the crowd. I mean, this crowd is stunned. If it is quiet, Jonesboro has silenced the home crowd and has stunned the Sheridan Yellowjackets here, jumping out quickly. We got to secure the ball and have a good drive here and get some momentum back in our favor. We're talking about momentum in sports. It's a real thing. Haven't played sports, but one team gets momentum and everything seems to go their way. But you can overcome that. You grab a hold of that momentum, you turn the tide, and that's what we need here by our offense.
In close ball games, you see shifts of momentum back and forth. You just have to capitalize when it's your turn to have that momentum. All right, Yellowjackets will start first down and 10 at their own 29-yard line, trailing 14-0 to Jonesboro here in the opening quarter. And I think that's Barksdale. Barksdale back in the game at quarterback now. He's got Zay Stevens and Eli Turner in the backfield along with him. Yellowjackets will send two receivers to the wide side of the field. Direct snap to Zay. He's got an opening. He crosses the 35, the 40. And Isaiah Stevens had his helmet ripped off. So good, strong, tough running. And Zay picked up a first down. And that's a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Love the grit by Zay Stevens. That's why he's an all-state running back. Helmet rips off. Doesn't bother him. He keeps turning those legs for a first down.
Always a little scary when you see a guy lose his helmet. Eli Turner gets the handoff. He's going to cross the 45 out around midfield. Big Eli picks up about 7. They spot it now back at the 49, so call it again a 6.
That's what we have to offer. We got a little lightning with Zay and a little thunder with Eli. Good to see Eli back running hard.
Turner stays in the backfield with Barksdale. Barksdale looks to throw. He's trying to hit Walker Shields. And there was good coverage by Jonesboro out there. And it goes past the outstretched arms of Shields.
It's like feet got tangled up. Defender got there just a little early. No call, though. Good protection by our offensive line. Jonesboro showing 3 down linemen, maybe 4 down linemen. Brought pressure that time, but picked up well by the offensive line, giving Barksdale some time to throw. Need to hit some of these deep routes.
3rd and 4 for the Yellowjackets at their own 49-yard line. Little pitch underneath to Shields. He picks up first down yardage inside the 45-yard line. They spot him down at the 46, but it's enough for another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
We had great success with that last week against West Memphis. A little underneath pitch to Shields, a sophomore playmaker for us. Good to see him getting involved in the offense here.
Jackets send 3 receivers to the wide side. Turner in the backfield with Barksdale. Barksdale throws complete to Dylan Smith. A pickup of about 5 on the play down to around the 41-yard line.
Good play call there. Jonesboro brought blitz on an outside linebacker. Barksdale throws it into that blitz. When you blitz, there's an opening that's provided for our offense to hit those middle slant routes. Good job there. Good read, good catch.
2nd and 4 for the Yellowjackets. The ball on the 40-yard line of Jonesboro. The clock rolls at nearing the 5-minute mark now. 5:01 left to play. The give to Eli Turner, and he's going to get close to first down yardage. Wait and see the spot of that football. They say his knee touched down at the 37-yard line, so about a yard shy of the first. 3rd down and 1 now for the Yellowjackets. 4:35 left to play in the first quarter. Barksdale by himself in the backfield. Now throws to Eli Turner, and he's going to pick up the first down. Needed just a yard and picked up about 4.
Eli runs into the contact. It's going to take more than one defender to bring big Eli down. Good hands by the big man. First down for Sheridan.
Another Stockton Power Equipment first down for the Yellowjackets. Barksdale throws complete to Zay out of the backfield, inside the 30 to about the 25.
Like the play call, quick hits, quick passes, runs up the middle, positive yards. Got a good drive string together here so far. 3:51 in your first quarter, brought to you by McCoy Taggart Pharmacy.
A pickup of 8 on the play brings up 2nd down and 2. The ball on the 25-yard line of Jonesboro. Barksdale hit just as he throws, complete. J.P. Black inside the 20. And that should be good for another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Barksdale took a lick that time. Good toughness by the sophomore, standing in the pocket, delivering the ball on time and on the money while getting a hit in the backfield.
He did take a shot just as he delivered that ball. I think he was looking for his check down receiver and then saw Black open over the middle. Looks like we've got another injured Jonesboro player making his way off the field. They'll restart the clock now as it continues to roll. Barksdale throws over the middle, in and out of the hands of J.P. Black, almost picked off, but it'll fall incomplete.
Had a window there, just threw it a little high and behind J.P. Black. Lucky break for the Sheridan Yellowjackets. That did not turn up in an interception. Need to put one in here in the end zone. I'd like to answer here in the first quarter if we can.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line of Jonesboro. Little toss sweep to Stevens. He cuts it back inside and gets inside the 15-yard line of Jonesboro. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.5 yards to go for the first.
Our receivers catch a lot of balls, Andy, but they also do a good job of blocking downfield. Had a good block on the outside by our receiver, giving Zay a chance to cut back inside. Love watching Zay run. His feet are active. He can cut on a dime.
Great vision, great vision. So 3rd and 4, Yellowjackets knocking on the door down to about the 13-yard line. Zay gets the call. Inside the 10, the 5, and he'll be brought down at about the 3-yard line. And we're setting off smoke.
Celebrating a little early, but I like it.
All right.
Another Stockton Power Equipment on a good run by Zay Stevens. Patient running that time, waiting for something to develop. When he sees a hole, he hits it hard, like Andy just mentioned. Great vision. Sees an opening. Slippery, hard to tackle by just one defender. Looks like we're in a bunch formation here.
Yellowjackets need to punch it in from here. 1st and goal at the 4. It's Zay who gets the call, and he's going to take it in from there for a Sheridan Yellowjacket touchdown.
Good answer by the Sheridan offense. There we go. Putting points on the board. Good, long, sustained drive. No penalties. Took care of the football. Quick passes, hard running. That's what I like to see right there. Good job.
Zay Stevens from 4 yards out gets our first Teeter Motors Sheridan touchdown of the night. And so the Yellowjackets have closed it to a 1-score game. It's 14-6 Yellow Jackets will go for a 2-point conversion. Stevens and Turner in the backfield with Barksdale. High snap. Barksdale takes it. He's going to be thrown down in the backfield, and the conversion attempt will fail, leaving the score Jonesboro 14, Sheridan 6. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left to play in this McCoy Tigert first quarter, and we're going to take a 30-second break and be back with more Yellow Jacket football after this.
Here at Reliance Bank, our name says it all. Rely on us. We proudly celebrate that our Kansans have done that for 60 years. To provide personalized service, a face-to-face human connection with convenient and secure technology. Rely on us to be with you in the community, continuing to make Arkansas a great place to live and do business. Reliance Bank. Visit us today.
We're back. Sheridan's going to line up for an onside kick here. It's like a helicopter-style kick. Going to kick it side of the football.
And Jonesboro recovers that, and while they do, I think we may have our sideline reporter, Mike Nevins, ready. Mike, are you there?
Yeah, so, guys, something to watch throughout the game. We've already seen it a little bit with Big Will Cowart, our center, senior center, hurt. Brian Bowman is the center, and they're working on the snap a little bit. He's had a few high snaps. He's working out on the sideline right now, I think. So watch that as the game progresses. So he'll get that, see if he gets that under control.
All right, thank you, Mike Nevins, our sideline reporter. We're back to action now. Jonesboro starts, good field position at the Sheridan 49-yard line. Hurricane on top, 14-6. They fake that little reverse again, throw over the middle, incomplete, and that's one that could have been picked off when you see those high tipped passes like that, but the incompletion will bring up 2nd down and 10. The clock stopped, 2:08 left to play in the opening quarter.
That was good coverage by our secondary. Downfield, I can't tell who that was. Might have been Braden Lewis. Reed Stevens in the area as well. But, yeah, tip drill. You work on that in practice. One defender tips it, another comes underneath. We keep doing that, good things are going to happen.
Asa Myers gets the snap, hands off up the middle, and that's the big man T.J. Brown with the carry down to about the Sheridan 45-yard line.
First time calling Jackson Delk on the tackle. Good job, Jackson, playing good linebacker this year.
High snap, handled well, handoff up the middle again, and the pile moves forward for Jonesboro down close to the 40-yard line, short of the first down, and it'll be 4th down and short for the Hurricane. They'll say now that it's going to be spotted at the 41 of Sheridan, so it'll be 4th down and 2, and Jonesboro's going to go for it. Asa Myers, the quarterback. It's T.J. Brown in the backfield with Myers. Sheridan crowd trying to get into it here, get their defense pumped up. Big 4th down play, high snap. Myers throws complete, 1st down yardage at the Sheridan 30.
That's confidence in your quarterback. 4th and 3, do a play action pass on a slant over the middle. Jonesboro's head coach showing some tremendous confidence in their quarterback.
Yeah, Eric Blocker with the reception for Jonesboro. Oh my, T.J. Brown looked like he had a lot of yardage in front of him and was tripped up, but it's still going to be enough almost for the 1st down, about a yard shy, 2nd down and 1. Brown's going to get the call again on the quick snap, but whistles blow. There's a flag down on the far sideline.
Well, Jonesboro was set. They're trying to get to the line quickly. They've done it twice so far this game. Get to the line quickly and hit us for a big gain. And they're going to call false start, And that'll be the first Ace Hardware penalty against Jonesboro.
So they'll mark off 5 yards. Back to the 26-yard line. 2nd down and about 7 to go for Jonesboro. 14-6. The Hurricane on top of your Yellowjackets still here in the first quarter. Fake the handoff. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper. Good open field tackle by Reed Stevens as Asa Myers looked like he had some yardage. It's going to be stopped after a gain of a couple. It brings up 3rd and 5.
Great job reading the keys by Reed Stevens, not getting fooled with the play action, staying within his responsibility, making a good open field tackle.
And whistles again before the snap.
That will be the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. End of the first quarter sponsored by McCoy Tigert Pharmacy. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more Yellow Jacket football. Back at Yellow Jacket Stadium, it's Jonesboro 14, Sheridan 6, as we start this People's Bank second quarter. And speaking of People's Bank, Jeremy, what do you think?
Boy, those first 2-3 drives by our offense, we really hurt ourselves, but glad to see them put a drive together to answer. Jonesboro threatening here as we flip the field in the second quarter. Need to stop.
3rd and 5, and again, a whistle before the snap. Waiting to see what the call is.
Official wants a clock reset.
Okay. So it's on 11:59 instead of 12.
Ball,
the ball's on the ground. Sheridan. Several Yellow Jackets in the vicinity. I think Jonesboro came up with it. No, Sheridan ball.
There we go.
Sheridan football.
Jonesboro center having some issues as well, Andy getting the snap to the quarterback. That's the 3rd or 4th time. It's been a high snap that time. Quarterback for Jonesboro unable to handle it. Sheridan with a big stop there, need to answer.
I was in the process of saying that I thought Jonesboro had recovered, and I was basing that off of the fact I didn't see any Sheridan players jumping up and down and celebrating, saying we've got it. And all of a sudden the pile clears, and the Yellow Jackets have possession of the football. Great job by this Yellow Jacket defense. A good stand there, and with the turnover, they begin now on their own 24-yard line, 1st down and 10. Dax McMillan back into the game at quarterback, and a little reverse to Walker Shields, and he crosses the 30-yard line to the 35 and out of bounds near the 40. Some Sheridan fans wanted a late hit over there.
Little pop pass. It has worked every time, knock on wood. Every time we've gone to it, it's been a good gainer for us. Good job out on the outside there by Jason Estes, our big offensive guard, getting outside and blocking for Shields.
You know, it's interesting. Last week, well, we'll get back to that in a moment. Pitch out to Zay. He crosses the 45-yard line. Midfield, Isaiah Stevens, a gain of about 10. We'll see where he stepped out of bounds, whether it was good for the 1st down or not. Yeah, easily by a couple of yards. They say he went out of bounds at the 47-yard line. That's another Stockton Power Equipment 1st down.
Hey, keep feeding the running backs. They're going to only bring 3 down linemen. Let's keep pounding it up the middle.
Just as you said, Jeremy Orman, the give goes to Eli Turner. Not a lot of running room there as the middle of that Jonesboro defense pretty stout. Turner's going to be stopped for no gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
So far, it looks like Jonesboro's threatening us to beat them with the run. They only have 3, maybe 4 down linemen, and they have a heavy load in their secondary, preventing us from completing some passes down the field. So interesting to see if Coach Kelly sticks with the run more than usual in this game.
So it's going to be Turner and Dylan Smith in the backfield along with Dax. Smith goes into motion. Good job by Dax handling that snap. The pass complete to Smith, and he's got good yardage. Looks like another 1st down around the 35-yard line of Jonesboro.
great move by Dylan on the outside. It's rare when you get a speedster that can also make side-to-side shifty moves, and Dylan has that package. He's been a good addition for us this year at the receiver position.
Well, they mark him back at the 39-yard line. I guess they had a foot out of bounds on the far side of the field that we couldn't see. Dax throws over the middle, complete. Walker Shields at the 20, 15, 10-yard line. And the Yellowjackets knocking on the door again.
Dax threw a bullet. Good hands by Shields. The defender didn't even know he threw the ball. He just left it. Thought it was incomplete. Lost where the receiver was, but another Stockton Power Equipment first down for the Sheridan Yellowjackets, knocking on the door.
First down and goal at the 10-yard line. The pitch to J.P. Black inside the 5, and touchdown, Sheridan.
We're going to mark him short. I don't know. Woo. That's a long way from where we are, but it sure looked like he was in there.
Boy, it did. So second and goal. Premature with my touchdown Sheridan call.
Let's bring it to fruition here and punch it in.
Exactly. I was just telling the future. Here we go. Zay Stevens, Eli Turner. It's going to be Zay with the call, and touchdown Sheridan. All right.
Touchdown call on time. Our smoke in the end zone on time.
Exactly.
Offense showed up on time. Let's go.
All in sync together.
All in sync.
That's our second Teeter Motors touchdown of the day by Zay Stevens. And the Yellowjackets going for a 2-point conversion again. Stevens and Turner with Dax. The give to Zay. And looks like he was short of the goal line. So the Yellowjackets again failed to convert on the 2-point conversion. They now trail 14-12 to the Jonesboro Hurricane. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more Yellowjacket football after this. All right, we're back again, Yellowjacket Stadium, and the Yellowjackets trail 14-12, but the good news is that offense, we've seen a spark these last couple of drives, Jeremy.
Yeah, good to see Sheridan responding, getting some momentum in our favor. Get a high bounce and get it. Get the ball. Ooh. I think we got it.
Sheridan sidelines are celebrating, and indeed they do. It's hard to tell who came up with it.
Jackson dealt.
There's a massive blue down there.
Jackson, right spot, right time. Attaboy, good play. Got a good high bounce on that onside kick. Jonesboro's receiver unable to field it cleanly, and we get the ball right back. Let's secure it, take care of it, go down the field, and keep the momentum in our favor here.
The break the Yellowjackets were looking for, trailing 14-12, 9:41 left to play in this People's Bank second quarter. Yellowjackets have it in good field position at their own 48-yard line, hoping to capitalize on the turnover. Stevens in the backfield with Barksdale at quarterback. He throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was Dylan Smith, the intended receiver. Looked like the coverage could have been maybe a little over the back. Goes incomplete. It brings up 2nd and 10.
Coach Kelly reminding the official what pass interference looks like down there.
Yeah, that was Corian.
That was
Corian Bullard with the coverage for Jonesboro. 2nd down and 10 at the 48-yard line of Sheridan. Barksdale pitches to Zay. Zay crosses midfield, gains about 2. 3rd down and 8 now, facing Sheridan.
2 downs to get it here. Need a positive play, get us 4th and manageable. Zay lined up down here by himself. Jonesboro showing 3 down linemen and a lot of zone coverage.
Yellowjackets send 4 receivers to the wide side of the field. As Jeremy said, Zay on the short side. Low snap, Barksdale fields it. He crosses the 50-yard line. Takes a big hit at about the 44.
Good to see Barksdale back up. He took a lick there.
Yeah, that was a shot straight to the shoulder area.
I don't know that he even saw him.
Yeah. So it's going to be short yardage for the first. It's about 4th down and a yard away. And Barksdale a little bit shaken up. He comes out of the game. Dax McMillan back in at quarterback, 4th and 1. The give to Stevens, and he's got the first down at about the 40. That's a Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Good push by the big boys up the line. Ethan Callender at the bottom of the pile. Pushing the line forward, allowing Zay a little room to get a first down.
Yeah, Sheridan very physical against this Jonesboro defense. 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets at the 40-yard line of Jonesboro. Clock rolls 7:53 left to play in the second quarter. 14-12, Jonesboro on top of Sheridan. McMillan throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to hit J.P. Black, and he was just covered up.
Blanketed there. It was a tight window. Good ball. Put it where only J.P. could attempt to make a catch at it. Ball's harmlessly incomplete. Good protection by our line. It's going to bring up 2nd long with Sheridan Yellowjackets.
Yeah. Jaden Green checks into the ball game for the Yellowjackets. Hunter Sosha wide to the left side of the field. Dax throws, trying to hit Green on that right sideline, and he just couldn't haul it in. That was a tough one to try and catch.
Right on the sideline there. I thought Jaden had a catch, kept the foot in bounds, couldn't complete the completion to the ground. Need a positive gainer here on 3rd down. 7:42 to go in the People's Bank second quarter.
3rd down and 10. Yellowjackets at the 40-yard line of Jonesboro. Trying to capitalize on that onside kick recovery of just a few moments ago. Dax fakes the handoff to Zay. Now he throws. He's got a man. Dylan Smith, first down yardage inside the 20, and they'll move the chains. Another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
Good protection by the line. Good read by Dax. Coming back to Dylan over the middle. That's a tough catch as a receiver going over the middle. You're expecting to get hit immediately. Dylan had a little bit of space, turned it upfield. Good gainer on 3rd down.
Yeah, good yards after the catch by Dylan Smith. 1st down and 10 for the Yellowjackets at about the 22-yard line. Check that, the 18-yard line. Dax.
Got Dylan.
He's got a man. Intercepted at the 8-yard line. That ball just kind of floated up there a little too long. He had Dylan Smith, but it floated in the air, and one of the Jonesboro secondary guys came over there and picked it off, and so a turnover gives the Hurricane the football at their own 8-yard line.
That was a great play by Jonesboro's free safety. I'd like to see Dax throw that with a little more zip to it, not lay it up so much, but trying to get Dylan to run under it. Just a great play. Turnover deep in their own territory. Need to stop here by the defense.
So 1st and 10 for Jonesboro at their own 8. Give up the middle, and not much there. Runner was stopped shy of the 10-yard line.
Jonesboro going to a counter play where they look like they're going to run left and cut it back right and pull some offensive linemen that way. Ran a lot of counter plays last year, had success against us. Good to see our defensive line and linebackers ready for that.
Yeah, I think that was Leighton Tarter over there, maybe as the first Yellow Jacket to the ball. 2nd down and about 9. and hit in the backfield. Big stop.
Morris getting through the line of scrimmage, making a big play. Good job, big man.
So a loss of 3, we'll call it, on the play. Brings up third down back at around the 6. So big third down here for the Yellow Jacket defense. You hear the crowd starting to get into it. Yellow Jacket fans stomping their feet. Pass is complete, but it's going to be short of the first down by about 3 yards. And so it'll bring up 4th down and 3 for Jonesboro at their own 15-yard line. You know, if this is Sheridan with 4th and 3 at their own 15, well, we're going for it.
Let's see what Jonesboro has in their
We'll see about Jonesboro.
Got it in space to Kamari Fisher, playmaker. They're going to go for it here, Andy.
Gutsy call. And
False start. They were not set.
Yeah, they were trying that little quick snap. And we've seen multiple times now false start and also procedure penalties against Jonesboro. So not a lot of big penalties, but a lot of small ones at costly times for this Jonesboro team.
Ace Hardware penalty backing him up, and it looks like the punt team is going to come out now.
So on 4th and about 7 yards to go, Jonesboro does send their punt team onto the field. Yellow Jackets, as often is the case, have no one back deep to receive. Jonesboro punter will be standing about 2 yards deep in his own end zone. No rush. High kick is going to hit at about the 42, takes a Jonesboro roll, and will roll dead at around the 46-yard line, and that's where the Yellow Jackets will take over 1st and 10. You know, Jeremy, we've seen this Sheridan defense. You know, they gave up a couple of big plays early in that first quarter, but for most of this first half, they've played really salty.
Really salty defense. That's going to, pregame we talked about it. I think if our defense can stand their ground, keep large plays to a minimum, these big plays to a minimum, and keep the point total low, gives our team a good chance to win. Offensively, we've hurt ourselves. A lot of penalties, some turnovers. We've really hurt ourselves more than Jonesboro has stopped us. Love to see us punch it in here right before halftime to take a lead.
And good to see Barksdale back in the game. He took that big hit a little bit earlier, maybe had a few cobwebs. Oh, my. And the fans, there it is. That was a very late thrown flag, but a late hit, I'm sure, is going to be the call as Easton Barksdale was laying on his back and had been for a second or two before one of the Jonesboro defenders came flying in.
Little trickery out of the gate after the punt. Tried a little reverse. Double reverse, pass down the field for a big shot. Barksdale loses his footing. And Jonesboro piles on late for an Ace Hardware penalty.
Yeah, we've talked about it. Some mental errors by this Jonesboro team. Several procedure penalties, delay of game, and that just, I'm sure the coach on the sideline is just saying, hey, there's no excuse for that, guys.
No need for that.
Yeah. So a
penalty will be incurred where the foul happened. So Barksdale was way behind the line of scrimmage when he fell down and then was piled on late. So it's 15 from where the penalty occurred. So ends up in a 1st and 9.
Yeah, so the ball is on the 42, but they've got the marker over there on the 41. Okay, 2nd down and 9. Okay. Complete pass to Hunter Sosha, and he crosses the 35-yard line.
Stockton Power Equipment 1st down on a nice pass from Barksdale to Sosha.
So 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. The pitch to Zay Stevens. He sidestepped one would-be tackler looked like he was going to be hit in the backfield for a loss on the play and just took a little shifty step to the side and was able to make his way down to about the 25-yard line.
Dylan Smith, good block on the outside down here. Good seal block by big Ethan Cowden at the edge, giving Zay a little room to run. That's all he needs is a little. He can break loose for a big gainer.
8-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 2 yards for the first down for the Yellowjackets. Barksdale in the backfield along his side is Zay Stevens. Barksdale, plenty of time to throw. Complete to Zay Stevens, and 2 penalty flags come in.
Jonesboro had 2 defenders on Zay. I think they had contact down the field. Zay, nonetheless, gets free, makes a catch. Barksdale finds him in open space. Let's see what the call is here.
Officials are discussing it. So the Yellowjackets with some big plays here in this first half. They trail 14-12, 4 minutes, 28 seconds left to play in this People's Bank second quarter, but the Yellowjackets on the move. Defensive holding, but also nullified penalties, one against Sheridan, one against the Hurricane. So we will replay that down, 2nd down and 2 from the 25. So on 2nd and 2, Yellowjackets loaded up on the short side of the field. Wouldn't be surprised if you saw Zay take that direct snap again. Nope, pitch to Zay. And again, not a lot of running room there as he's going to be stopped for no gain on the play at the 25. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Another Jonesboro player down. Number 11, Jermaine Owens.
So the Jonesboro training squad out on the field. Let's take a 1-minute break and we'll be back with more Yellowjacket football after this. We're back again at Yellowjacket Stadium. It's Jonesboro 14, Sheridan 12, and our injured Jonesboro player, good news, is walking out on his own power. And so we're going to return to action. The Yellowjackets have control of the football, 3rd down and 2. They're at the Jonesboro 25-yard line. Easton Barksdale looks to throw, has a man, complete, 1st down yardage. J.P. Black inside the 20, the 15, and down to about the 12-yard line.
Quick hitch route by J.P. Black. Found a hole in coverage, sat down in it. Barksdale finds him. Good gain on 3rd down.
Yellowjackets in scoring territory now at the 12-yard line of Jonesboro, 1st down and 10. Jackets could pick up a 1st down at the 2-yard line without scoring the touchdown. Stevens in the backfield. Barksdale pumps, now throws to the end zone, incomplete. Was trying to hit J.P. Black, and the pass just a little bit overthrown.
Dangerous throw over the middle. Looked like he had him for a split second. Jonesboro playing 2 safeties. That time they had a cover 2 on. A little zone defense. Safety's reading Barksdale's eyes. We got to look off at a receiver or 2. Get him going one direction. Hit him down on the backside here.
2nd down and 10. Jackets at the 12. The give to Zay, and he's still on his feet. And now he's not going to have anywhere to go as he will be dropped for a loss back around the 20-yard line.
Desmond Golden for Jonesboro shot the gap that time, quick off the football. Got in the backfield before the play could develop. Going to back us up quite a bit on third down and looks like about 18.
Yeah, the ball is spotted right at the 19-yard line, so we'll call it 3rd and 17 for the Yellowjackets. Barksdale has to step up in the pocket, pumps, now throws incomplete.
Flag in the secondary.
Yep, flag on the far side of the field. We'll wait on the official call.
Like J.P. Black might have been held in his route. At least that's what I'm going to hope for here.
Still waiting on the call from the official. And Jeremy, you called it. So again, penalties. That is a Ace Hardware penalty flag. Several tonight so far against the Jonesboro Hurricane. And it brings up 3rd down and about 7, just inside the 10-yard line of Jonesboro.
Jonesboro in man coverage. Look for a little pass out here to Zay on a wheel route, hopefully.
Barksdale throws complete. I think that's Hunter Sosha. It's going to be short of the 1st down.
Tried to have 2 inside defenders run out routes and kind of pick or shield Hunter Sosha's defender, but Jonesboro, don't recall who made that tackle, did a good job of getting past the blockers and stopping Hunter before he could turn upfield. Big 4th down here for Sheridan, 2:36 and counting to go in the People's Bank, 2nd quarter. Need to put one in the end zone here.
Yellowjackets trying to get a score before the end of the half. Barksdale throws to the end zone.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown, Hunter Sosha.
Unbelievable catch by Hunter Sosha in traffic. Barksdale throws a bullet.
That was one of those that when he let it go, hold on.
50-50 ball. Got a Jonesboro player down, but the touchdown will stand, and Sheridan is up 18-14 with another teeter motor touchdown on a bullet by Barksdale to Hunter Sosha on a 50-50 ball. Good job, Hunter Sosha.
Yeah, when Barksdale let that one go, he fired a rocket, but there were, a couple of Sheridan players and 2 or 3 Jonesboro players there, and you didn't really know what was going to happen with that, but right into the hands of Hunter Sosha. Great hands to pull it down, and the Yellowjackets have taken the lead. Jackets go for 2. Barksdale with some time throws Dylan Smith at the goal line and waiting on the call.
What are we waiting on? He's in. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I would love to see a replay of that. It looked like Dylan Smith crossed the goal line, but the official there, who was right on top of the play, said that he was short of it. Don't know if maybe a knee was down before the ball crossed the goal line, but whatever the case is, the officials say that he did not cross the goal line, and so that will leave your score. Sheridan 18 and Jonesboro 14, 2 minutes, 21 seconds left to play in this People's Bank 2nd quarter. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back after this. All right, we're back again. Yellowjackets have taken the lead, 18-14 over the visiting Hurricane of Jonesboro. 2:21 left to play in this opening half. Jackets attempt the onside kick, high bounce, but this time a Jonesboro player was right there and fielded it cleanly. And so Jonesboro will start 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Great job by the offense there, putting a good drive together. Taking the lead with 2:21 to go in the quarter. Great job by the line giving Barksdale some time to throw, and the receivers there making some difficult catches in space, putting it in the end zone. Need a good stand here from the defense. Keep the momentum in our favor going into halftime.
Asa Myers, the quarterback. And he's got T.J. Brown in the backfield along with him. Myers throws over the middle, incomplete. Nice coverage Is that Thorne?
Marquise, I believe.
Yeah, Marquise Thorne with the coverage and the strip. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd down and 10.
Targeting Kamari Fisher, number 6, a lot in open space. Good athlete. Unable to bring it down there, see if they keep going to him. Marquise is offsides, and scoot back. There you go.
Yeah. Jonesboro quarterback's going to keep it. Was pressured and just decided to tuck it and carry himself and picked up 1st down yardage to about the 41-yard line. Asa Myers is a big guy, but actually pretty mobile. Myers, the gift to Brown, and he's going to be stopped for very little gain.
Jackson Delk filling the gap, making a tackle. Good job by Jackson there. Jonesboro quick to the line. They've had success getting quick to the line with the running plays. That time Jackson was ready for it.
Clock rolling, 1:45 left to play in the half. Jackets on top 18-14, trying to keep Jonesboro out of the end zone and out of scoring range. Hurricanes send 3 receivers to the short side of the field. Myers lofts one up to the right side. He's got a receiver out there, incomplete. Myers was trying to hit P.J. Williams. Oh, check that, Kamari Fisher.
Sideline warning against Jonesboro. I saw a flag there. Official picked it up, but it's a sideline warning.
So
Jonesboro staying with the deep ball. So far, no good. Let's keep it that way, Andy.
Absolutely. The incomplete pass brings up 3rd down and 10. Now for Jonesboro, clock stopped, 1:23 left to play in the half. Receiver in motion. Myers, now he's being pressured, has to step forward, and he's going to go down. Actually stays on his feet, but now a host of Yellowjackets to join in, and he now goes down at about the 41-yard line after a gain of 2.
Good pressure by the defensive line, getting to the quarterback, Copeland Crutchfield in the backfield, causing some havoc. 4th down, Jonesboro.
And there's a timeout on the field. We'll take another 30-second break, and we'll be back after this.
Banking is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan to reach your goals. Every yard matters, and every decision can move you closer to the end zone. Just like a great team relies on trust and protection, your finances need the same. From managing your everyday money to saving for the future to making the big plays when opportunity comes, success takes preparation, teamwork, and smart moves. Because both in banking and football, it's not about how you start the drive, it's about finishing strong in the end zone.
Back again, Yellowjacket Stadium. It's Sheridan 18, Jonesboro 14. 1:05 left to play in this first half in this People's Bank second quarter. Yellowjacket defense faces a 4th and 8 now as this Jonesboro offense looks like they're going to try and go for it and get some more points late in this first half. Asa Myers, the quarterback, he's got T.J. Brown in the backfield. Myers rolls to his left, to his right, throws incomplete. Good coverage out there, Lawson Wallingsford, and the Jackets will take over on downs.
Jonesboro, a little slide protection. Offensive lineman slide to the right, allowing Asa to roll to the right. Great coverage again by the secondary downfield. Errant throw, short of the receiver. Big turnover on downs.
So the Jackets take over, 1st and 10. Defense holds strong once again. That's been the story of this first half so far. With the exception of just a couple of plays, this Yellowjacket defense has really played well. 1st and 10 for the Jackets at their own 41. We'll see if they try and get some more points on the board before halftime. Looked like there might have been movement. I don't see a flag. The give goes to Zay, and he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play.
Timeout Sheridan there.
All right.
The nose guard for Jonesboro, getting into the backfield quickly, disrupting Zay from getting a good start of momentum for any type of positive yards on first play. but there's still a lot of time left. Sheridan has both timeout, or 2 timeouts remaining, I should say, with 54 seconds left in the People's Bank second quarter.
I would not be surprised at all if you see a little, we like to call them trick plays. Kevin Kelly calls them plays.
Plays, yeah, there's plays.
But this seems like a great time for the old hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Hook and lateral.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Send it down to you. Anything you got down there for us right before halftime here?
No, I would say that the defense came off. They're very pumped up. That's a big stop right there, and I think the offense is going to try to feed off that energy.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you to Mike Nevins, our trusty sideline reporter. 2nd down and 11 for the Jackets. The give to Stevens. Changes direction, crosses midfield. He's at the 40, the 35, the 30, still on his feet at the 20, and goes down at the 15-yard line. Zay Stevens with the big play, and the clock is momentarily stopped with 42 seconds left to play in the half.
Huge Stockton Power Equipment first down on hard running by Zay Stevens, and good job by the offensive line. Giving him a lane to run through. Big yardage there, great play.
So they've restarted the clock now. It's rolling, 38 seconds left to play. Barksdale picks up the low snap and fires incomplete in the end zone, trying to hit J.P. Black, well, either Black or Hunter Sosha. And so it brings up 2nd down and 10, but more importantly, stops the clock with 34 seconds left to play in the half.
Snap's been an issue. We got to get that under control. Low snap, good job by Barksdale handling the bad snap. Coach Kelly consistently trying to hit the middle on this 2 safety defense from Jonesboro. Haven't had much luck over the middle thus far.
The give to Stevens. He's inside the 10, the 5, and steps out of bounds, and that should stop the clock. It does. 28 seconds left to play in the half, and the Yellowjackets inside the 5-yard line of Jonesboro.
Another shifty run by Zay. Sticking the feet side to side, then bursts upfield for another Stockton Power Equipment first down.
They'll spot it at the 3-yard line where the Yellowjackets will have first down and goal from there. 28 seconds left to play in this first half. Sheridan on top, 18-14. Stevens goes in motion. Very high snap. Barksdale hauls it in, but he's going to be thrown down. A huge loss on the play. You mentioned it just a moment ago, Jeremy. We've got to do something about these snaps. We've got to get that under control.
Our starting center is injured. We got a backup center in. That's a hard position to play. You're not only snapping the ball, but you've got to get your head up quick and find your blocker as well. There's a lot going on as a center, but nonetheless, we've got to figure it out. That's the second time that's cost us big yardage here in this first half.
Yeah, so they're going to spot it back at the 15-yard line, so a 12-yard loss on the play. 22 seconds left to play in this half. 2nd down and goal from the 15.
A little bit of a gut punch there. We had some momentum close to the end zone, about to punch it in, and a loss, but our offense is capable of big plays, so
yeah.
We got 22 seconds, 1 timeout left, I think, after that one. The scoreboard's showing 2, but I believe we got 1 left.
With that first down on the 3-yard line, you just felt like the next play, and if not that, certainly the next one was going to be a Yellow Jacket touchdown. Little tougher scenario now, 2nd down and goal from the 15, 22 seconds left to play in the first half. Jackets on top, 18-14. Barksdale, good snap. Throws to the end zone. Just short of the end zone, but it's caught. J.P. Black.
On the ball quick. 14
Clock's
seconds.
rolling.
Get on the ball.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Jackets have to snap it. He's hit in the backfield.
Timeout. No.
And time expires. And the Yellowjackets were not able to get it into the end zone before the end of the first half. So as this first half and this People's Bank second quarter come to a close, it's Sheridan 18, Jonesboro 14. We're going to take a halftime break, and we'll be back.
Real quick.
Before we do that, let's go to Mike Nevins.
Coach, Few mistakes. You got to feel like you could be up 3 touchdowns right now.
A few, Mike, how you watched, we hadn't snapped the ball to the quarterback yet. We love snapping it over his head. It's like we're trying to throw him pop flies. And then we get down there to the 3. We just need a good snap, and it's a touchdown, guaranteed. Snap it over his head. Quarterback doesn't know to throw it away. He takes another shot. We're on the 15. I mean, that's where we throw it short of the end zone. A few, we've got a lot. I know you're not going to say, y'all been making a whole freaking lot of mistakes. I know you're not going to say that, but you know what it is. We are playing so well on defense. And our offense is moving up and down the field, and we get down here and do dumb stuff. We need this game to change the trajectory of this program. And we're so close, and we're biting ourselves. This is what bad teams do. Not bad teams. This is what traditionally non-winning teams do. Because we're not a bad team, we're a good team. They beat themselves. They're not beating us. We're beating ourselves, and we got to be better.
Good luck, Coach, in the second half. I'll talk to you after halftime.
Mike, what was the frustration there? I saw Coach Kelly talking to some assistant coaches and players. Was it the snap that he was worried about? Or was
he's on coaches. He wants Bobo to get those snaps under control. He feels like that's a big part of what's going on. Of course, you got the couple interceptions in bad spots. But the snaps we've been in great positions, and then the snaps kind of get us, right? So.
Curious there. I think we had 1 timeout left.
No, we've got 0.
We had 0. Okay, so that was the reason we had to get back up to the ball quick.
Yep, that's right.
Try to punch it in before half. So, just 1 yard short on the pass play, rushed to the ball to try to punch in the end zone, but just couldn't convert there right before halftime. But. A good half of football. We got ourselves a ball game, 18-14. Your Sheridan Yellowjackets in the lead. Andy, what were your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, obviously the defense played a whale of a game, a whale of a first half, with the exception of a couple of big plays early on. Really, they did a great job in stopping a very high-powered Jonesboro offense, came up with some turnovers. We recovered an onside kick or 2. So just about everything from those perspectives that you could think of that you wanted to see, we saw. Offense, as Coach Kelly mentioned, marched up and down the field. We don't really have the same total of points that you would expect. I don't know what the total yardage is, but we've got a ton of it right now. We've been able to move the ball pretty much at will. Again, as Coach Kelly alluded to, there have just been a few mistakes here and there that have kept this from being a bigger margin in favor of Sheridan. And give it to this team, after falling down 14-0, we've seen in years past Sheridan teams, when they fall down 14-0, maybe that's just kind of going through your head of, okay, here we go again. This team did not do that in this first half. They came right back, scored 18 unanswered, and could have been 25-26 unanswered.
Yeah. Yep, that's a good analysis. Couldn't add much more to it. The Lakeside game, we saw a ton of yards and unable to put it in the end zone. And this game's some of the same. A lot of yards. Should be a 3-touchdown lead, as Coach Kelly said. And really the first 3 or 4 drives, we really hurt ourselves. Penalties and interceptions. And right now we're our own worst enemy. And so, but nonetheless, we've got a 4-point lead going into halftime. And if you didn't feel the urgency from Coach Kelly of how important this game is, and not only, for this year, but a trajectory going forward and establishing a winning culture, he feels the pressure himself. I think the kids do as well, so maybe the reason for some of those penalties and miscues in the first half. But then I remind you, it's only you win 2 conference games and you're in the playoffs. So we win tonight, we're automatically in the playoffs as well. So huge game for Sheridan, and you can sense the urgency from Coach Kelly and his staff.
Yeah, he talked about not just tonight, but how this is, I don't remember his exact phrasing, but in terms of this program, a turning point.
Turning point
or
program.
A potential turning point. So, all right, well, we're going to take a little break for halftime and join us again in the second half coming up in about 16 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Sheridan High School Yellowjackets band.
All the way back with a smile on your face.
Hey man, what's up?
Hey, 3 minutes! I want to go up there and
We're back at Yellowjacket Stadium. We're going to go down to our sideline reporter. Hey, Mike. Mike Nevins, are you with us?
Yeah, you got me?
We do.
All right. Hold on. He's just talking to the ref for a second. Hold on just a second.
All right, if you're just joining us, it's the last couple of moments of halftime. Yellowjackets on top 18-14 over the visiting Jonesboro Hurricane. Kickoff for the second half is about 2 minutes away. And in just a moment, we're going to go down to the sidelines to our reporter Mike Nevins, who's trying to catch Coach Kevin Kelly.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Coach, what was the message at halftime?
Message at halftime is we're 3 touchdowns better than this team, and we're beating ourselves. And it's my responsibility to make sure the center doesn't snap the ball like he is. It's my responsibility to make sure the quarterback throws it to the right team. It's my responsibility to make sure guys go the right way. And then I said, you're offensively, we're 3 touchdowns better. We're beating ourselves. And defensively, couldn't be more proud. You're playing championship defense. We've given up 2 turnovers. They scored first play off one of them. But besides that, you're doing what you did against Whitehall. You're doing what you did against Lakeside. You're doing what you did against West Memphis. You're keeping us in the game while our offense is trying to get their bearings. But it's time for our offense to freaking show the freak out.
Right, Coach. Okay. Second half, going back with 2 quarterbacks, everything.
No, Easton's out with a concussion.
Hate to hear that.
Well, Dax, it's time for Dax to big boy up and do what he's capable. I know he's capable of being great. He did it last year in Mountain Home Game, and now it's time for him to do it again. So we're going to see what happens.
All right, good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you, Mike Nevins and Sheridan coach Kevin Kelly. So you heard a little breaking news there that looks like Easton Barksdale is out for the remainder of the game. We know that we saw him take a really hard hit.
That happened then.
Yeah,
he's taken a lot of hard hits.
Well, he has, including close to the end of the half there as well. So we'll see. But it looks like Dax McMillan is going to get the call for the remainder of the game for the second half. And we're getting close to being underway back here at Yellowjacket Stadium. Jeremy Orman, Andy Mayberry here with you. And Jeremy, again, we just had a chance for Mike to talk to Kevin Kelly. But what are your thoughts heading into this second half?
I just echo what Coach Kelly said. We have been our own worst enemy on offense. Defense has shown up, given up 2 big plays, but other than that have done really well containing an athletic Jonesboro team. Our offense, if you're just joining us, started out slow. We had many penalties setting us back. We had an interception early on, and we were down 14-0 really quickly in the first quarter. But Sheridan has shown great character, good grit, coming back and making it a good ball game here, 18-14. And we're going to get the second half going here in the Edwards HVAC third quarter.
All right, Andrew Mitchell with the onside kick. And it takes a bounce and looks like Jonesboro fielded it just inside their own territory at about the 49-yard line. And our second half is underway. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors tonight, our stream presenting sponsors, First Trust Home Loans, Roof Connect. Of course, before the game started, you heard our coaches show, which was sponsored by J.M. Fry, Inc. And our third down sponsor tonight is Edwards HVAC. So Jonesboro starts 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line. Little misdirection play. Big running room inside the 20, the 15, the 10-5, and touchdown for Jonesboro on the first play of this second half. Deshaun Jackson with the 51-yard carry.
No sooner as we say how well the defense has done, they give us a dose of our own medicine. We've had good success on offense with the pop pass. Jonesboro goes to it on the first play for a big hitter and a quick score. First play after the half to give Jonesboro a 2-point lead here.
And another Jonesboro player injured and making his way off the field with some assistance. We're not able to pick up a number there, but hopefully that's a minor injury as he's being helped off the field. And so The Hurricane on top, 20-18, 11:47 into this third quarter. Just 13 seconds off the clock. Jonesboro to attempt the extra point. The kick is up. It splits the uprights. It is good. And so with 11:47 left to play in the Edwards HVAC third quarter, it's Jonesboro 21, Sheridan 18. And Jeremy, wow, that was quick.
That was quick. Ran into this some last year. Start of the game was slow, and then coming out of halftime starting slow. And so I hope that's not a trend this year as well. Jonesboro comes out, like I said, a quick pop pass on a big hitter, and momentum has turned back into their favor with a quick turn of events starting in the second half.
Yeah, so if we thought that Mike's interview with Kevin Kelly was animated a little bit earlier, let's just be glad he's not interviewing him right now.
Yes.
All right, 21-18, we're keeping it right here, and so the Yellow Jacket offense will get their first crack at the second half here in just a couple of moments as they'll tee it up at the 40-yard line, and Yellow Jackets have Zay Stevens and Dylan Smith back to receive, and a little pooch kick is going to be taken fair caught at the 37-yard line.
Fair caught there. Looks like Lawson Wallingford with the fair catch. Sure-handed catch, and your Yellow Jacket offense is going to take the field. If you're just joining us, Easton Barksdale is out under concussion protocol, so Dax is going to have the helm here for the Sheridan offense in the second half.
1st and 10 for the Yellow Jackets. They'll start at their own 37-yard line, trailing 21-18 early in the third quarter here. Dax McMillan, your quarterback. Eli Turner, Zay Stevens in the backfield. Stevens goes in motion. The give goes to Turner. Looks for a hole and is going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry down to the 40-yard line.
Little motion with Zay. Zay gets a lot of attention. Zay comes in motion to the outside. They go up the middle to Eli. On a good positive play, a couple yards on first down.
Yeah, spotted it back at the 39-yard line. Dax trying to hit Zay. Pass is wide. Goes incomplete. Third down now and about 8 yards to go.
Had Zay open on an out route. Dax a little excited with his throw. Threw it just a little too soon there. Clock is stopped. We need to convert here to keep momentum going in our favor, or gain momentum. Actually, Jonesboro has the momentum right now.
3rd down and 8. Zay goes in motion to the left. The give to Eli. Eli crosses the 40 out to the 49-yard line, 48 maybe. And they spot it just shy of the 49. So 4th down and about 3.5 yards to go for the first. Clock rolling, 10:57 left. Zay takes the direct snap, and he's going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss back to the 40-yard line. Number 0 for Jonesboro, Jaquez Jordan, back there to drop Zay for the loss, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
That's a quick offensive series there, Andy. We needed to get a prolonged drive. Started slow in the first half, starting slow here in the second half as well. Need to dig down deep, see what we're made of. Don't let it get out of hand quickly here.
1st and 10 for Jonesboro at the Sheridan 40-yard line. Hurricane on top, 21-18. 10:46 left to play in the third quarter. Myers looks to throw now, is going to keep it, and will pick up a couple on the play. Reed Stevens comes up to make the stop.
Reed Stevens coming downhill hard, delivering a good knock. Attaboy, Reed.
2nd down and 8. The give to T.J. Brown, and he's not going to have any running room at all. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play.
Jackson Delk, Reed Stevens, Quaylen in there, stuffing up the middle. Got a flag down here at the bottom of your screen.
We'll see what that is. Officials will discuss it. If the play stands, it'll be a loss of a couple. And Jonesboro with yet another penalty. That is an Ace Hardware penalty flag against the Hurricane.
Good penetration by our defensive line and linebackers there. Getting pressure, blowing up the play in the backfield. We need more of that.
So 2nd and 18 now. The ball back to the 48-yard line of Sheridan. They fake the handoff to Brown, little screen pass, and it's going to be stopped for no gain, actually a loss of another couple. Marquise Thorne over there.
Great job by Marquise, getting past the blocker on the outside. Seen that play earlier, had success with it, did Jonesboro, but Marquise not fooled that time. Great play.
Kamari Fisher with the reception for Jonesboro. Loss of 2. Back to the 50-yard line, so right at midfield. 3rd down and 20 yards to go for the first. Yellow Jacket fans trying to get into this ball game, stomping the feet, making some noise.
Man defense.
Receivers in motion. Myers throws deep. He's got a man along the sideline, complete at the 15, the 10, the 5-yard line.
Playing press coverage there, motioned away, had one-on-one isolation at the top of your screen. And
yeah, that was Luke Drum with the reception for Jonesboro.
Asa threw that right in stride for Jonesboro. Big, big turn of events. 3rd and forever. Jonesboro makes a long completion, gets it 1st and goal.
Yeah, it was 3rd and 20. And they picked up 46. So now the pitch to T.J. Brown, and Brown's going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. He was able to make it back to the line. There is a flag down.
That was good containment there. I think Reed Stevens came up to turn the running back inside. I think a lineman for Jonesboro was holding. Hopeful for another Ace Hardware penalty here.
So this is going against Jonesboro again, as you said, holding against the Hurricane. Very thankful for the Jonesboro penalties. So 1st down and goal from the 14.
Sheridan bringing pressure. Need to get to him.
Asa lobs it for the end zone. Good coverage. Oh,
my goodness.
Wow. Marquise Thorne is running the entire way with both hands straight up in the air. And the officials throw the flag.
Marquise is, like you said, running stride for stride, hands in the air. And they're going to call him for pass interference.
Ooh.
And the home crowd is not a fan of the call.
Wow. Okay. So they do call pass interference against Sheridan, so they will mark off the yardage down to the 7.5 yard line. 1st down and goal from there. Brown with the carry inside the 5. And looks like he'll be stopped at about the 3-yard line.
That's a tough call there against Sheridan. Been impressed with Marquise this game. He came to play, has been great in coverage, great in open field tackles. Just excellent coverage from our viewpoint. Tough break there on that penalty.
All right, 2nd down and goal. Hurricane at the 3. T.J. Brown carries it into the end zone, and so the Jonesboro Hurricane have extended their lead now 27-18, and we'll come on to attempt the extra point momentarily. 8:03 left to play in this third quarter. This is your Edwards HVAC third quarter. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 8:03 left to play in the third quarter, it's Jonesboro 28, Sheridan 18. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this.
Banking is a lot like football.
So here at Manette Law, focus primarily on personal injury. When a client comes to me, my role is to try to eliminate some of those obstacles and some of those burdens that they're navigating so that they can focus primarily on getting better. Please call me. This is what I do, and I want to help you, and I want to hold those insurance companies accountable, or the person who caused your injury accountable, so that you're fairly compensated.
Back at Yellowjacket Stadium, Andy Mayberry and Jeremy Orman. And the Yellowjackets trail 28-18, 8:03 left to play in this third quarter. And it's been a big third quarter so far for the Jonesboro Hurricane. And so the Yellowjackets will start with pretty good field position out around their 40-yard line.
I hate to put a lot of pressure on one specific drive, but this drive could mean a lot for our season, for our confidence. Need to answer here quickly. Had a gut punch there, 3rd and 20 by Jonesboro, and they converted on a 46-yard pass. Wind is a little bit out of our sails right now. Offense needs to answer, get back in the game.
Dax pitch to Zay. Tries that right side of the line. He's going to pick up about 4. Second down and 6 now for the Yellowjackets as the ball is going to be spotted just shy of the 45-yard line.
Jonesboro continues to just threaten us to allow us to beat them with the run. They've got 2 safeties all game long. See if we go back to it here. Try a quick pass.
Dax rolls to his left, throws back across his body, trying to hit Dylan Smith. Pass is just a little bit short. And we've got another Jonesboro player down. Looks like maybe some cramps. A lot of injured Jonesboro players tonight.
Yeah, I had one, unfortunately, carted off the field. Haven't heard any report on his condition. Had some cramping, and looks like that's what's happened here again. It's number 54, Desmond Golden.
Yeah.
All right, 2 down territory here for your Yellowjackets. 3rd and manageable. Got a passing formation.
Yellowjackets send 3 receivers to the short side of the field, 2 to the wide. Dax gets the snap, throws to J.P. Black, was bobbling it, they say, no catch, and it'll be incomplete.
Thought he had it there for a second, went down low, just couldn't secure it all the way through the catch. Once he hit the ground, it came loose, couldn't control it.
Big 4th down now for Sheridan. Really don't need to turn the ball over again on downs right here in their own territory, trailing by 2 scores already, 28-18. Jonesboro on top, 4th down and 6 for the Yellowjackets, just shy of their own 45-yard line. Dax throws, he's got it to Hunter Sosha, 1st down yardage inside Jonesboro territory to the 35-yard line. That was a big play right there,
Big
Jeremy.
play. Offense showing some life. Here we go. Showing some life. That 2 safety look. The middle is open. Dax finds Hunter there on a good completion on 4th down for a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down.
Zay hitting the backfield, spins out of a tackle. Now is going to be hit at the 35-yard line and taken out of bounds. All of that work, and looks like it's going to be back to the original line of scrimmage. Actually, a loss of about half a yard.
Tough running by Zay. Jonesboro nose guard got in the backfield, disrupted our rhythm again. That's become a common theme for our nose guard. Got to get a backup center there. Snaps have been better this second half. And we got to get ahead on a defender.
Dax fakes the handoff, throws. He's got a man, Dylan Smith at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Sheridan.
Great throw and a tight window by Dax. Dylan with a sure-handed catch. Sheridan with an answer. We got life. We got life again.
35-yard throw and catch. Dax McMillan to Dylan Smith, and the Yellowjackets close the gap. 28-24, Jonesboro on top. Jackets will go for 2. Dax looks to the sidelines. Takes the snap. It's a wide to the right. He trying to get to it, and now he'll just fall on it. So the Yellowjackets, their issues with the snap continue, and so the 2-point conversion fails with 6 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in this Edwards HVAC third quarter. It's Jonesboro 28, Sheridan 24. Let's keep it right here for right now.
Got an injured Jonesboro player again in the end zone.
Yeah, that's looks like number 10.
Yeah, number 10.
That's Corian Bullard. We've called his name a couple of times tonight.
Love to see that response, though, by our offense, Andy. Jonesboro scored 2 unanswered touchdowns to start the second half. Dax found a little confidence, a little groove there with his reads and his progressions. Made good completions under pressure situations. Fourth down and mid-range, 6-7 yards, and hits a guy over the middle in traffic. Love to see an onside kick recovery here.
Cam Martin back in to attempt this onside kick.
Hit him, it hit him. Ball's
loose.
I think we got it.
Yellowjackets say they got it.
There we go.
The officials agree. Sheridan Yellowjacket football.
Big momentum swing right there. Good job. So it definitely hit a Jonesboro receiver. He was coming up to block. I believe it hit number 54 for Jonesboro. It hit Braden Hill. And once it hits a Jonesboro receiver, it is a live ball. Good job recovering it there. Let's keep the offense on field. Let's go score another one here, boys. Let's go.
All right. First down and 10 for the Yellowjackets at their own 49-yard line. 28-24 your score. Jonesboro on top. Yellowjackets trying to take the lead. 6:39 left to play in the third quarter. This third quarter brought to you by Edwards HVAC. Jackets have Stevens in the backfield. Whistles blow.
Delay of game again.
So they'll mark off 5 yards against the Yellowjackets. Boy, you just hate to see that.
Start behind the sticks makes it tough for your offense, especially after going down the field and scoring like that. Don't want anything to set us back.
All right, 1st and 15. Jackets at their own 44-yard line. They fake the handoff to Stevens. Dax
throw it away.
Now pressured out of the pocket and just dumps it downfield in the area of Dylan Smith. It's out of bounds. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 15.
Good decision there. Everybody was covered. You're outside. There's a tackle box. If you draw the line at home, if you draw a line behind the tackles, the lineman on the outside, that's your tackle box. And once quarterback's outside of that, he can throw it away. We can live to fight another down.
Jackets send three receivers to the wide side of the field. Stevens in the backfield with Dax. Dax has a man over the middle. That's Dylan Smith.
Hey, Hunter,
Into
I think it
Jones.
was Hunter.
Oh, you're right, Hunter Sosha. And they're going to spot his forward progress to the 46-yard line of Jonesboro. Third down and about 6 yards to go for the first.
Hunter finding success over the middle. They keep playing this two safety look. The middle's going to be open. They go to a man look with one deep.
Dax, the keeper, straight up the middle, and he may have gotten it. We'll see where they spot him down. Oh, the crowd not happy with the placement of that football.
That is a bad spot.
Dax stretched it out across the first down marker. The question would be, was his knee already down before the football was extended?
He was on top of a defender, stretched it out.
The officials say that it's short by about half a yard. Jackets go for it on fourth down. They've got the first. Zay Stevens still on his feet. Across the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sheridan, Zay Stevens.
Fourth and short, didn't give us the first down, but we turned it into gold anyway. Zay Stevens bouncing off a defender, taking it to the house on some outside blocks by his receivers. Sheridan takes the lead.
Yeah, Zay Stevens is over there saying, I'll give you your first down. All right.
Plus some. I'll give you a down,
plus
first
a
down,
lot.
plus some.
That is a Teeter Motors touchdown, the third of the night, I believe, for Zay Stevens. At least the third. And the Yellowjackets take the lead, regain the lead, 30-28. Jackets going for two again. 5:38 left to play in this third quarter. The give to Turner, then he pitches to Zay Stevens. And he's going to be dropped at the 4-yard line. And so, again, the Jackets fail to convert after the touchdown, but they have regained the lead in this ball game. It's Sheridan 30, Jonesboro 28, 5:38 left to play in the third quarter. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this.
Shelby Taylor Trucking serves all your timberland needs in South Central Arkansas. With over 50 years in the industry, Shelby Taylor Trucking has established themselves as trustworthy leaders in the industry. From planting to harvesting to hauling your timber, Shelby Taylor Trucking is ready to serve you. Follow them on all social media platforms at Shelby Taylor Trucking.
All right, we're back at Yellowjacket Stadium where your Sheridan Yellowjackets have just taken a 30-28 lead over the Jonesboro Hurricane. We're about midway through the third quarter. This third quarter brought to you by Edwards HVAC. High bounce. The ball's on the ground. We'll wait for them to unpile. And I think a Jonesboro player may have fallen on it. Yeah, Jonesboro football. But that was loose, and the Yellowjackets almost pulled off another one.
If you want to see a perfect high bounce onside kick, that was it. Hit the high bounce right by the sideline. Jonesboro defender goes up high, which is what you're taught to do. Catch it at its highest point, but couldn't.
Well, it went straight off his chest.
Yeah.
He hit his chest and just bounced forward.
And we had a chance there. That would have been something.
Woo-wee.
Here we go.
Well,
defense. Let's take a
all
stand
right.
here.
First and 10 for the Hurricane at their own 47-yard line. Jackets on top, 30-28. Little reverse, and there's going to be a flag down in the backfield. And
Swarm of defenders.
yeah, big loss on the play back to around the 40-yard line. That was Deshaun Jackson with the carry for Jonesboro.
Jonesboro trying to pop pass, trying to get outside of our defense. Good containment on the outside, making him cut back.
Yellowjackets are going to decline that penalty. It was indeed against Jonesboro, but the loss of about 5-6 yards on the play, but a loss of down, more importantly. So it's second down and 15 now for Jonesboro. Myers going deep. He's got a man down there. And he came up with the reception inside the Sheridan 15-yard line.
Jalen Hurd, big, tall, athletic receiver on the outside again. This is how Jonesboro had success against last year, taking deep shots, man-on-man coverage, and they've hit that twice now in this third corner for big, big gainers.
The give to T.J. Brown. He's inside the 5 and will be brought down short of the goal line. But he picked up a first down, so it's going to be first down and goal from the 1-yard line for Jonesboro. Hurricane on the move. Jackets still have some players trying to trot off the field. A flag goes down as the Hurricane officials will sort it out and talk about it.
We were trying to get some substitutions in, get some bigger linemen in to clog up the middle. We're allowed to have substitutions. They're going to call offsides on us, though.
Offsides against Sheridan is the call.
Typically doesn't stop the play, so I'm not sure. Unless there's contact made. It may have been contact made with a... Okay. Mike just chimed in, said it's unabated to the quarterback since we had substitutions trying to come in that were in the Jonesboro backfield. So play will stop, and they'll retry from about the 1-yard line.
Yeah. So replay it, first down and goal for the Hurricane from the Sheridan 1-yard line. Asa Meyer under center, and the push forward, and the official signal is touchdown. And so Jonesboro has regained the lead with 4:28 left to play in the third quarter.
Big passing plays. Our Achilles heel last year against Jonesboro, and it's been our Achilles heel tonight on defense. Pretty good performance by our defense, but these deep pass plays are what's getting us right now.
Jonesboro going for 2. Little toss is complete. No, they say short of the end zone. So Jonesboro fails on their 2-point conversion attempt, and that will leave your score Jonesboro 34, Sheridan 30 with 4:28 left to play in this Edwards HVAC third quarter. We'll keep it right here for right now. So, Jeremy, it's been a wild game.
Back and forth, back and forth. Hey, appreciate the grit of our team, though. Jonesboro comes out hot, scores 2 touchdowns, and we answer back, take a brief lead, and then Jonesboro goes down the field quickly.
Sheridan doesn't typically play a lot of close games. We
Yes.
win big. We, unfortunately, sometimes lose big.
Yep.
So far, the closest game Sheridan has had this season in the 4 leading up to now is they had 2 games that were 30-point. Won by 30 against Whitehall, lost by 30 to Lake Hamilton. I'm sorry, Lakeside. And then a couple of 44-point games.
Yeah.
One a win, one a loss. So this back and forth is a little new to these guys. Very high end over end pooch kick again is going to be fair caught at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Yellowjackets will take it 1st and 10. Woo.
Yeah, I agree. Woo.
Exactly.
It's been a lot. Back and forth, back and forth. Been a fun game to watch. Be even more exciting if we can go down here and take the lead at the end of this Edwards HVAC third quarter.
Absolutely. So Dax McMillan, the quarterback. If you're just joining us, Easton Barksdale went out with a concussion as they were alternating quarterbacks, but now Dax getting the call for the entirety of the second half here. He's got his team 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, trailing 34-30. Dax rolls to his right, throws, and it's picked off at the 40-yard line.
Not what we needed there.
Trying to hit Dylan Smith.
Not what we needed. Puts pressure on the defense. Tried to hit Dylan Smith in an out route. Jonesboro's cornerback, I believe that was number 18 for them. It's Clarence Mutcherson. Read it well, cut in front of Dylan and made an unbelievable catch, really securing the football and a quick turnover for the Sheridan offense.
This is a heck of a play. Now the defense really needs to stand strong right here. First down and 10 for Jonesboro at the Sheridan 36-yard line. We've got 4:20 left to play in the third quarter.
Went up top on a deep ball last time they did this formation.
Asa, same thing. Got a man up high, incomplete. Credit Braden Lewis with the coverage out there.
Braden Lewis, great job running stride for stride with the receiver. I think that Braden Lewis has moved to the top of the screen. I think that was Lawson there previously. So change of defenders has worked so far. We'll see if Braden is up to task.
2nd and 10. The give to T.J. Brown, and he's slung down, and flags come for him every direction.
That was face mask.
And T.J. Brown is still down. And he rises. Looks like he's going to be okay as he walks off under his own power. Always glad to see players walk off the field by themselves. Certainly we don't ever want there to be injuries. But that's going to be a big mark off against the Yellowjackets.
You're getting blocked. You have one hand free sometimes. You try to grab a hold of whatever you can. And unfortunately, that time we grabbed a hold of a face mask, which is a 15-yard penalty, a personal foul.
All right, they restart the clock now. 4:08 left. Asa Myers throws, and
incomplete.
Incomplete. It looked for a moment like he may have caught it and then lost the football, but officials say that he never had possession of it. The incompletion brings up 2nd and 10.
Good job there by William Partain punching that ball out. Official down low was not real confident in that call, but it was definitely incomplete.
Yeah. So the ball is just inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line, we'll say. Myers throws over the middle, and for a second it looked like a Yellow Jacket had a shot at picking that one off.
Uh, 52 is a lineman, and he was way downfield blocking our safety on that play. It should have been an illegal man downfield. No call there by the officials. Good coverage again by the Sheridan secondary.
3rd down and 10 for Jonesboro at the Sheridan 18-yard line. 3:51 left to play in this third quarter, brought to you by Edwards HVAC. Meyer, now he'll keep it himself, and he's going to be hit after a gain of about a yard or two.
Both of our defensive leaders there, Jackson, Delk, Reed Stevens, coming in, making a pop on the quarterback, bringing up 4th down.
So it's going to be 4th down and about 9 yards to go. A pickup of about half a yard for Meyer. Clock rolls, 3:20 left to play in the quarter. 4th down, big play here for this Yellow Jacket defense. The crowd gets into it.
2-1 on the play clock. We've got a timeout by Jonesboro.
All right, while they take one, so will we. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this.
Banking is a lot like football. You need a solid game plan to reach your goals. Every yard matters, and every decision can move you closer to the end zone. Just like a great team relies on trust and protection, your finances need the same. From managing your everyday money to saving for the future to making the big plays when opportunity comes, success takes preparation, teamwork, and smart moves. Because both in banking and football, it's not about how you start the drive, it's It's about finishing strong in the end zone.
We're back at Yellowjacket Stadium, and the Yellowjackets trail 34-30 to the Jonesboro Hurricane. 3:03 left to play in this third quarter. And this is a big, big fourth down right here. 4th and 9 for the Hurricane. They're at the Yellowjackets 17-yard line. Asa Meyer throws. It's tipped. Incomplete, and the Yellowjackets hold. They take over on downs at their own 17-yard line.
Ball looked like it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. Can't tell who got a hand on it. Good stand by the Sheridan defense. Standing strong after a turnover by our offense, keeping us in the game.
You know, that's a great job. Sometimes if you can't get that penetration, or not the penetration you want, if you can just get that big paw up there, and that's what happened there, and that caused a turnover on downs, and the Yellowjackets take over. All right, now it's to the Yellowjacket offense. What can you do here? You're a long ways away, 83 yards away from a score. 1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets at their own 17. Dax trying to set up a screen to Zay, and that play just, I never really looked good.
Never had a chance from the start. They're keying in on Zay. Linebacker had him all the way. Dax doing a good job throwing it away. No need in forcing that ball. 2nd down and 10.
All right, Yellowjackets back to the line. Dax rolls the pocket to the right, throws, got a man, Dylan Smith at the 30. Good for another Stockton Power Equipment, 1st down.
Good job by Dylan. Slow developing play. Good job by the line. Dylan keeps his feet in bounds, secures the catch.
1st and 10 for the Yellowjackets at their own 31. Eli Turner in the backfield along with Dax. The give to Big Eli. He crosses the 30, out near the 35-yard line. I think they'll mark him down at about the 34. So a pickup of maybe 3 on the play, 2nd down and 7. Clock rolls, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the quarter. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field for the Yellowjackets. Walker Shields down low.
Jonesboro showing pressure at the top. Here they come.
Pitch goes to Eli Turner. He pops a big Jonesboro defender, stays on his feet, and goes forward for about 5 yards.
Big man. Make them earn their keep, Eli. Good run. Looked like he was stopping the backfield. Kept his balance, shed a couple defenders, bringing up 3rd and short.
And by shed, you mean carried. So
carry, throw off, any adjective you want from the big guy. I see you, Eli. Good job.
3rd and 1 for the Yellowjackets at their own 40-yard line. Short yardage situation. They fake the handoff to Turner. Throw to Walker Shields. He catches it. It's stripped. Fumble. And Jonesboro recovers. You know, it looked like interference to me. It looked like Walker was catching the ball with a guy wrapped all over him.
He was definitely blanketed on Shields. Shields makes the catch, fighting for extra yards, and it was stripped.
And you could also make the argument that his forward progress had stopped before the strip. But whatever the case, it is a fumble, ruled that way. And Jonesboro recovers, and so now the defense is asked to stand up strong yet again as the Hurricane take over. 1st and 10 at the Yellowjacket 43-yard line. Jonesboro sends a guy in motion, gives to Brown. He's back in the game. Shifty ball carrier, stays on his feet and picks up 1st down yardage. They'll move the sticks as he gets close to the Sheridan 30-yard line. They say he went down at the 32. T.J. Brown's pretty good, I got to tell you, Jeremy.
Yeah, he is good. He is returning all-state running back for them. Shifty runner, senior, has experience. A lot of game experience for them. Number 19 is checked in, top of your screen. He's the one that's hit Sheridan deep so far this game. Go with the run instead.
They give to Brown again. Brown stood up at the line of scrimmage, bounces off, and then finds a hole on the right side and picks up another chunk of yardage, close to first down sticks again. They'll say move the chains. Clock rolls inside the minute mark, down to about 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Given the backfield, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Jonesboro.
And a flag.
Deshaun Jackson had the carry, but there are 2 flags.
Taunting. Sheridan's defense showing some signs of fatigue. Been on the field a lot, trying to keep us in the game, and that was a steady dose of run from Jonesboro. Finally breaking free. Pretty sure this is a taunting call against Jonesboro, though.
So there were 2 flags down, so possibly 2 separate penalties. We've got holding.
They both go to holding.
Yeah. So it's going to go against Jonesboro. That's an Ace Hardware penalty flag.
Big break for our defense. Let's keep them there. That is a first down still, but penalty backs them up, negates the touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, flags go. Saw a Yellowjacket step across the line. The question would be whether or not a Jonesboro lineman moved. And that does not appear to be the case. This one's going to go against Sheridan.
Dig deep defense. Let's go. Get a stop here. 28 seconds in the Edwards HVAC third quarter. Need a stop.
First down and 1 yard to go for the first. And they give up the middle, and that will do it. They'll move the chains.
Running back tries to go over the top. Quaylen grabs a hold, doesn't let him get very far, but it does move the chains. And Jonesboro looks like they're going to let the clock run out in the Edwards HVAC third quarter. We got ourselves a ball game here in the fourth quarter. It's going to be decided. We'll take a break. Y'all stay tuned. Come back with us.
Banking is a lot like football.
Here at Reliance Bank, our name says it all. Rely on us. We proudly celebrate that our Kansans have done that for 60 years. To provide personalized service, a face-to-face human connection with convenient and secure technology. Rely on us to be with you in the community, continuing to make Arkansas a great place to live and do business. Reliance Bank. Visit us today.
Back in action at Yellowjacket Stadium, Andy Mayberry, Jeremy Orman, our sideline reporter Mike Nevins. We've got Braden Seitz up here in the booth with us running all of our production tonight, and we always appreciate him for all that he does. Your Yellowjackets trail, but it's a close one. It's 34-30. Jonesboro on top as we get set to start this fourth quarter, brought to you by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans, also our presenting sponsors for the night. Big defensive series right here, Jeremy Orman.
Big series. We can get a stop here, get momentum going back in our way. Good things can happen for us. Jonesboro going run heavy here this drive, and they stay with it on its jet sweep.
Sweep to the right. He's still on his feet, and it's going to be stopped at about the 5-yard line.
Had him contained well. Reed did a good job of containing, making the running back cut back inside. Shifty running there by...
Yeah, that was Caden Hawkins.
14, Caden Hawkins.
So the Hurricane can actually pick up a first down without scoring. The ball's at the 5-yard line, the first down marker at about the 1-yard line. So they'd have to be awfully close to the goal line to do it, but it is possible. 2nd down and 4 from the Yellow Jacket 5-yard line early in the 4th quarter here. High snap. Myers does a good job of handling it. Hands off and not much running room there. That was Hawkins again with the carry, and maybe he got a yard.
52, Bradley Sturdivant. Looked like an Ethan Cowden, our offensive lineman in the middle, stuffing that run. See if Jonesboro stays with the run.
Got our big guys up front. 3rd down and 3 from the Sheridan 4. Brown pops it outside and crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Jonesboro.
Ran it up the middle, and then they bounced it outside. We lost containment there. Running back able to get to the edge and put it in for Jonesboro. A lot of hands on the hips from our defense. They, like I said earlier, they have played a lot of snaps, showing some signs of fatigue.
40-30 now. Jonesboro on top of Sheridan. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So 41-30, Jonesboro on top. 10 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in this ball game. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this. We're back again, and if you've joined us late, this has been a heck of a ball game. Yellow Jackets and Jonesboro have gone back and forth, exchanged leads multiple times, but the Hurricane have now taken a 2-score advantage, 41-30 over Sheridan. We've got about 10.5 minutes left to play in this one, and Yellow Jacket offense really needs to put some points on the board here. The kick is going to go out of bounds, it looks like.
We got a penalty here. Jonesboro crossing the 40 before the kicker kicked the ball. It's going to back them up, and we're going to have a re-kick.
So we'll do it all over again as they'll walk back to the 35-yard line now and tee it up from there.
Important 4th quarter for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. If you missed Coach Kelly's halftime speech, he's really putting a stake in the ground that this game means a lot, not only for the season, but the trajectory of the program going forward. So,
Dylan Smith fakes the pitch, is going to keep it himself, has a crease across the 30, 35, 40, across midfield. He's to the 40, the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Sheridan, Dylan Smith.
Great answer from our special teams and the speedster, Dylan Smith. Breaking free, taking it to the house. Quick answer by the Sheridan Yellow Jackets.
Woo! Well, I said the offense needs to do something. Well, who needs the offense when you got the special teams? Wow.
Dylan showing the wheels there.
A Teeter Motors touchdown for the Yellow Jackets, and they've closed the gap to 5, 41-36, and the Yellow Jackets will go for 2. Have we made one tonight? Have we converted a 2-point? I don't think we have. Let's make this the first, guys. Here we go. Dax throws, and behind Zay Stevens. Could have been caught, but the pass was definitely behind him. It goes incomplete, and so with 10:22 left to play in this 4th quarter, brought to you by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans, Yellow Jackets have closed the gap. It's Jonesboro 41, Sheridan 36.
So we ran the reverse on the first kickoff for a big gainer. We fake it that time. Dylan hits a crease, and it's to the house. Great speed there by Dylan. Only downside of that is our defense is right back out on the field. And so defense has got to dig deep. Hopefully conditioning this summer has paid off. We've got to take a stand, stop the run game, and prevent any big plays here. Or maybe get an onside kick. That'd be the best case scenario.
That would be incredible. That would be fantastic if you're a Yellow Jacket fan. It's Mitchell who will tee it off. And a little squib kick is going to be taken, picked up, and returned across the 50 to the Sheridan 40, the 30. There is a flag laying down at about the 38-yard line of Sheridan, so this may come back.
That was Andrew Mitchell, I think, that kicked the ball and then ran the Jonesboro receiver down. That was a great play by the kicker. I think we're going to have some type of hold or illegal block on the return.
And the official moved the flag from the 38 up to the 45-yard line. It will go against Jonesboro. So that is another Ace Hardware penalty flag against the Jonesboro Hurricane.
Blindside block is when the defender does not see the blocker, doesn't pick him up, and the blocker just really has an advantage and hits the defender without him knowing, blinded. He's not seeing it, he's blinded, and it's called a blindside block.
Hurricane give to Brown, whistles, and a flag goes down. False start.
There we go. Back him up again.
Another Ace Hardware penalty against the Hurricane. 5 more yards, and they'll walk it back to the 35-yard line, 1st and 15 from there.
Number 19 for Jonesboro. Bottom of your screen, Jalen Hurd like to go deep. Opt to run up the middle again.
The give to Brown. He's going to try the middle of that Yellow Jacket defense. Picked up a couple of yards. We'll see where they spot his forward progress. He was driven backwards, but he did make it up to about the 37, 38.
Defense showing us something here. A little swarm defense, everybody going to the ball. Clogging the middle up. 2nd and long for Jonesboro.
Now 2nd down, we'll say about 12 yards to go for the first. They've got to get right to the midfield mark to pick up the 1st down. And the ball spotted on the 38-yard line of Jonesboro. High snap. Myers takes it, gives to Brown. Brown, again, same thing. And again, that Yellow Jacket defense, the ball's loose. They're going to say it was down, that the runner was already on the ground before the ball came loose.
Another swarm of Yellow Jackets going to the ball.
Forward progress of a yard out to the 39-yard line before he was driven back into his own backfield. Brings up 3rd down and 11 now.
Zay Stevens checked in. Bottom of your screen is defensive end, trying to get a speed rush off the edge. Dylan Smith also checked in, top of your screen. Bringing in some speed for a passing situation.
Got Braden Lewis down at the bottom of your screen. Myers, he's going to challenge Lewis. He's got a man down there. It's overthrown. The receiver wants a penalty, but nothing doing. And that was just an overthrown football, and it brings up 4th down and 11 now.
Punt team coming onto the field. Proceed with caution, Yellow Jackets. Have your eyes open for a little fake here. I'm sure Jonesboro would love to keep possession. We are dropping Dylan Smith back.
Out. Yeah, go ahead, Jeremy.
Jonesboro's got people at the top and the bottom of your screen.
Alex Glomsky, the punter for Jonesboro. Low snap. He fields it.
He's down. He's down.
Oh, my. He fielded it low, but he had a knee on the ground. He got off a great kick, but the officials say that he was on the ground with the football, And so what a huge turn of events and a big, big break for these Yellowjackets.
Big break there. Special teams so far for the Yellowjackets done really well. Again, if you catch the ball and your knee goes down in high school, you are down where your knee goes down. And punter went down to, the punter went down to receive the snap. Knee goes down, and we're going to take over inside Jonesboro territory.
And you can see Glomsky just looking in disbelief almost at what had just happened. Yellowjackets have it 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Short little pass is complete, and then out of bounds, Walker Shields at about the 22. Pickup of maybe 4.
A lot of traffic. You had 4 receivers at the bottom, 3 run upfield. Marcus runs an out underneath for a quick confidence gainer for Dax and a good completion on 1st down.
2nd and 6. Clock is stopped. 8 minutes, 31 seconds left to play in the ball game. Pitch to Zay. He's going to try that left side, and he's just picked up. It's almost set down on the ground.
Yeah. Jonesboro's lineman got good push initially. He got into the backfield. Trying to run Zay on the short side of the field. Not much going there. 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6. The ball still on the 22-yard line of Jonesboro. 8:02 left to play. Yellowjackets send 2 receivers to the wide side of the field. Stevens in the backfield. Now Shields goes in motion. Throw over the middle is complete to Hunter Sosha, and he's body slammed at the 15. But that's good enough for a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down.
Hunter Sosha, tough over the middle. That's where he's living tonight. Loving it. Catching the ball, getting hit. Big 1st downs for us.
Jackets trying to retake the lead. They've got it 1st and 10 just inside the 15-yard line of Jonesboro. 9 seconds on the play clock. 6, 5, better hurry. And it looks like the Yellowjackets are going to call a timeout. We've seen that multiple times tonight, Jeremy. Just slow in getting plays called and maybe checking out of plays. But we've seen a couple of penalties against the Yellowjackets on delay of game, and that was about to be forcing that timeout.
Yeah, good use of a timeout there. Unsure of a play call. Maybe didn't like what we saw in the original formation. And we're trying to get aligned properly, get a good play call. Instead, timeout called. I'd rather have that than a delay of game. Delay of games have kind of been a bugaboo for us this year. Had several against West Memphis. It's popped its head up tonight again a couple of times against Jonesboro.
Yeah, you just hate to have to use a timeout there because, late in a ball game like this where it's back and forth, who knows if you need those in the last couple of minutes of the ball game. But as you said, better to do that than take the 5-yard penalty. 1st down and 10 inside the 15. Dax sets it up, throws, and it's incomplete. Was trying to hit Eli Turner out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got a flag, got a legal man downfield. Trying to set up a screen pass. They're going to say one of our linemen was too far downfield before the receiver touched the ball. It's going to back us up if they accept it.
So we'll see. Yeah, they mark it back to the 19-yard line now is where the ball will be. Still 1st down. Stevens and Turner in the backfield with McMillan. Has some time. Throws. He's got Zay Stevens.
Nice catch.
And out of bounds at the 5-yard line. That was oh so close to being able for Zay to just be able to take it into the end zone, but he was so close to the sideline he couldn't turn back upfield.
It's a great hands by your running back. Catching the ball and also getting a foot down on the sideline. Tremendous play, athletic play. Good throw. Stockton Power Equipment. 1st down and goal for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Eli Turner with the direct snap, and he just pulls forward. waiting for the signal.
No call yet.
They're still unpiling players, and it looks like he's going to be short. They say that he was just shy of the goal line. They're going to mark that ball inside the 1, so at about 2 feet away from the goal line.
Feed him again. Punch it in. Let's go.
And the give to Big Eli, and he spins and gets inside the end zone. Touchdown, Sheridan, Eli Turner.
Big Eli Turner with a teeter motor touchdown. The big Dooley getting it into the end zone.
And the Yellowjackets have retaken the lead with 6 minutes, 34 seconds left to play in this ball game. Well, these fans got their money's worth tonight, Jeremy.
It's been a good crowd. Good crowd. Community showed up tonight, supporting the Yellow Jacket football team, band, cheerleaders.
Jackets go for 2. Dax by himself in the backfield. Has some time, pumps, throws, incomplete. And with the incomplete pass, that will leave the score Sheridan 42, Jonesboro 41, 6:34 left to play in the ball game. Let's keep it right here, Jeremy. So at this point, we've seen these teams go back and forth. We've seen them exchange leads multiple times. How important is this defensive stand right now for Sheridan, this to come up with a stop right here?
It's very important. I hope it doesn't even come to the defense. I hope we get this onside kick for sure. But defensively, they have been on the field a lot, and I've been very proud of the performance. Some big plays, yes, but overall, they have shown a lot of grit and determination. If we can hold them here and go down and score quickly, it would be an ideal situation.
This is going to be Cam Martin. We've seen he and Mitchell swap off kicking duties throughout the night. Cam with the high bounce, and it's picked up by Jonesboro and advanced inside the 40-yard line of Sheridan.
We had a chance there. We had a Sheridan defender right in the area. If he'd have turned his head, taken a look, he might have caught that midair. Jonesboro's going to have good field position. 6:32 in the fourth quarter.
Heads-up play by Luke Drum for Jonesboro. Caught it in midair and just ran straight forward and got some pretty good yardage inside Sheridan territory to about the 37-yard line. So 6:32 left to play in this ball game. Again, this fourth quarter brought to you by Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans.
Crowd and wake up, make some noise.
Myers fakes the handoff, throws. Complete. Down to about the 30-yard line.
Play action pass. Play action to the running back. Hit him in the flats. A little bit unaccounted for. Good closing speed by the defense. Jonesboro back up to the line quick.
O.J. Cullens with the reception. Brown with the carry, and whistles blow. Flags go flying. So very highly unusual for this game.
A lot of penalties this game.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Leighton Tarter trying to get off the field and didn't quite make it.
So that's going to give Jonesboro a first down. First and 10 for the Hurricane at the Yellow Jacket 25-yard line. 6:07.
Strip it out. You know.
Host of Yellow Jackets there. Not a lot of running room for Jonesboro. A pickup of 2 brings up second down and 8.
Steady dose of rowing from Jonesboro in the second half. Need to watch for a play action pass for a deep ball. 19 is their deep ball target down here at the bottom of your screen.
5:38, clock rolling. Left to play in the ball game. Yellow Jackets on top, 42-41. Play clock is inside the 5-second mark. 3, 2, 1.
Penalty.
Barely got that snap off. T.J. Brown with the carry. Picks up a couple.
Jackson Delk at the bottom of that pile. Good read by Jackson, sliding over, making a tackle. Third down.
Big play right here for this Yellow Jacket defense. 3rd down and 5. The ball at the 21-yard line. Play clock hits the 10-second mark. Brown in the backfield. Myers is going to keep. He was pressured, and he's going to be dropped after a gain of about a yard. So this will be 4th down and almost 5 yards to go now with the ball on the Sheridan 20-yard line.
Big decision, Jonesboro. You take points or you try to convert.
4 minutes, 20 seconds left to play in the ball game. The clock's still rolling. And this Sheridan crowd really starting to get into it. 4th and 5. Asa Myers takes the snap. He throws. He's got a man at the 5-yard line. Touchdown, Jonesboro.
Running back slipped out unnoticed on a wheel route to the top of your screen. Easy conversion. Plenty of time on the clock for Sheridan to go down and answer, though. 4:03 left in the Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans 4th quarter.
Dalen Hewitt with the reception for the Hurricane. And Jonesboro has regained the lead 47-42. Jonesboro to attempt the extra point. The kick is up and it is good. And with 4 minutes, 3 seconds left to play in this ball game, it's Jonesboro 48, Sheridan 42. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with more Yellow Jacket football right after this. Back at Yellow Jacket Stadium, Andy Mayberry, Jeremy Orman, and the Yellow Jackets trail 48-42, 4:03 left to play in this ball game. And Jonesboro about to kick off to your Yellow Jackets. We had a kickoff return for a touchdown last time. Let's see what happens here. Dylan Smith takes it, crosses the 25 out to about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Yellow Jacket offense will take over 1st and 10 as Dax McMillan brings his Yellow Jacket teammates onto the field.
Mike, you hear anything from Coach down there? This potential game-winning drive?
Not yet. No, nothing yet.
Dax trots onto the field. 3 minutes, 58 seconds left to play in this ball game, and it's been a barn burner. 48-42. Jonesboro. Sheridan has the football. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Zay Stevens in the backfield with Dax. Dax throws. He's going deep for J.P. Black. He's got it inside Jonesboro territory, close to the 40-yard line.
Big time throw from Dax McMillan. J.P. Black coming down with a big catch on a flag route to the outside. Dropping dimes.
Oh, my. They will say he went out of bounds right at the 40. That's where they'll spot the football down. 1st down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets from there. 3:51 left to play in the ball game. Dax throws. Hunter Sosha has it complete and out of bounds at the 37.
Quick out route to Hunter Sosha at the bottom of your screen. Secures the catch, takes a lick, gets up for another play.
2nd down and 7. Dylan Smith in the backfield along with Zay Stevens. The give to Stevens, he's hit. And it's going to be dropped for a loss back to about the 40-yard line. Big number 54.
Desmond Golden He's been disrupting Zay a couple of times in the backfield, shooting the gap, getting in the backfield, lost on the play. Third down here for Sheridan. 3:16 on the clock, and it's running.
Third down, close to 11 to go to pick up the first. Jackets have to get to the 30-yard line. Dax throws incomplete.
It's almost intercepted. Got away with one there. Fourth down for Sheridan. This could be the game here.
You hate to say that this is the ball game, because always certainly the defense could come up with a big stand, but it would have to be a quick one. Yellowjackets going to go for it here. Again, fully expected to do so. Fourth down, just over 10 yards to pick up the first down. The ball at just outside the 40-yard line of Jonesboro. Have to get to the 30 to pick up the first.
4-3 on the play clock. We'll get it off.
Dax rolls to his right. Throws downfield. The ball's up in the air.
Unbelievable catch by Dylan Smith. Unbelievable catch.
Fantastic catch by Dylan Smith. The ball was tipped up into the air. Dylan Smith laid out for all he was worth, got it by his fingertips, hauled it in, and this game is still alive for the Yellowjackets.
Unbelievable concentration and play by Dylan Smith.
First down and 10 inside the 30-yard line. The give to Zay Stevens. Stevens picks up a couple of yards, cracks down inside the 25 to about the 24, 23-yard line. Second down and about 6 yards to go for the first.
What an amazing catch. Off the hands of Hunter Sosha. Dylan did not give up on that play, kept the Yellowjackets drive alive. 2:17 and counting in the fourth quarter.
If the Yellowjackets wind up winning this game, that might have to be the play of the game right there. Second down and 6 now. The clock closing in on the 2-minute mark. 2:05, 2:04. Dax. Now he has to roll to his right. Now he gets rid of it to escape taking the loss on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 6.
That's good decision. We can live with that. Didn't try to force it. Threw it away.
He got out of the box, so it's not grounding. 3rd down and 6. The clock is stopped, 1:58 left to play in the ball game.
Had success with Hunter over the middle.
Dax, being pressured, has to just get rid of it. And so now this is going to bring up 4th down for the Yellowjackets, 4th and 6.
It's number 5 for Jonesboro. Eric Blocker streaking through, putting pressure on Dax, had to throw it away.
Biggest play of the game coming up right here. We've had a lot of biggest plays of the game.
Yes, we have. It's been a good game.
They just keep getting bigger and bigger. 4th down and 6 for the Yellowjackets. They have to get...
Offsides.
Whistles,
Offsides.
penalty flags.
Offsides. Jonesboro defender was way too tight on Hunter Sosha, I believe. He was way in the neutral zone.
It's still going to be short of the first down. That was a Ace Hardware penalty against the Hurricane, but now instead of 4th down and 6, it's 4th down and less than a yard. This looks a whole lot like Eli Turner time to me. Dax gives to Zay, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back to the 26-yard line, and the Yellowjackets will turn it over on downs.
Jonesboro timed our snap up and shot the gap. Zay had no chance. Immediately stopped in the backfield. Jonesboro will take over with 1:54. Sheridan has 2 timeouts remaining to try to stop them and hopefully get the ball back.
1:54 left to play in the ball game. It's Jonesboro 48, Sheridan 42. And the Hurricane have just taken over possession. The give to T.J. Brown. He's going to be hit at the line, driven backwards. And the officials will now blow it dead as forward progress had stopped. Clock is rolling, 1:40 left to play. The ball at the 24-yard line. 1:30.
Be 1:10 before the play clock runs out.
The Hurricane trying to milk every single second off that clock. 2nd and 10, play clock down to 5. And they get the snap, the give to Brown, and he'll get 3 or 4 yards.
Timeout, Coach Kelly.
Yeah, timeout, 1:09 left to play in the ball game. Let's keep it right here for right now. Again, Jonesboro on top, 48-42 over the Yellowjackets. Jonesboro has it 3rd down, 7, we'll say, 7 yards to go for the first down, 1:09 left to play.
Andy, it's been a good one. Back and forth, back and forth. I thought after that Dylan Smith catch that we had everything lined up to go ahead and score. Fortunately, we were stopped 4th and short. Defense gets a stand here. We can call another timeout, and Jonesboro will have a decision to make. I would suspect they would punt as opposed to give us a chance to score deep inside their own territory. But first thing first, we got to have a stop here.
All right, we're about to resume play. Both teams back out onto the field. 3rd down and 7. 1:09 left to play in the ball game.
They're going to pass.
Looking to pass, being pressured, and is going to be dropped back at the 20-yard line. And Kevin Kelly's asking for a timeout, so they'll stop the clock with 1:03 left to play. And now Jonesboro will have a big decision right here. What do you do? I mean, 4th down and 2, I think you almost have to punt right here, right?
4th and 12. If you don't punt, you've got a lot of questions to answer after the game.
I mean, they're not as unconventional with that as we are, but we've seen them go for it multiple times tonight.
I would
Surely
be shocked.
Surely they would punt here.
Defense has kept our pulse alive, though, Andy. Stopping the run. Good use of timeouts by Coach Kelly. 1:03 left on the clock in the Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans 4th quarter.
These stands still very full with a minute left. 48-42. We talked about it earlier. The Yellowjackets haven't been in any close games this year. They've all been 30-point margins or more. This one has been back and forth, back and forth. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Or maybe a quick kick, maybe lining up for a quick kick. You never know.
He's awfully close. Now they shift back to it.
Quarterback's backing up, little quick kick.
Blocked.
There was a hand on it.
Oh.
Big roll, though. But still, at the 49-yard line, 57 seconds left, so the Yellowjackets still have some life.
We have a pulse. We have a pulse. We got the pads out. We've resuscitated. We need a drive here, fellas. Let's go.
57 seconds left in this ball game. The Yellowjackets have it 49 yards away from a score. A touchdown would tie the ball game at 48. A conversion would win it. 57 seconds. Dax McMillan, the quarterback. Zay Stevens in the backfield with him. Yellow Jacket fans on their feet. Dax throws. Sure looked like Zay was tackled before he made the catch. He's slow to get up.
Get up. We got to go. He was hit before he caught that ball.
The clock is still rolling. 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Zay's hurt, holding his wrist. Dax throws incomplete, but it stops the clock with 31 seconds left. 3rd down and about 12 now for the Yellowjackets at their 49.
Zay is hurt. He's going to have to come out. Clock is stopped. It's 2 down territory here for sure. We can hit a pass route on the outside, step out of bounds to stop the clock, but we've got to get a play in. 10 seconds on the clock, play clock, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, and that's going to be a delay of game against the Yellowjackets. So they'll mark off 5 yards.
Doesn't help the cause.
Yellowjackets still have it 3rd down. 31 seconds left to play in the ball game, trailing 48-42. Play clock now at 10.
Still no play.
Got the snap off. Dax down the sideline for Dylan Smith. Did he catch that?
Yes.
He did.
They're talking about it. Yes. Great catch, Dylan Smith.
Wow.
The game. Get a play in. Let's go. Clock is stopped. Huge Stockton Power Equipment 1st down on another great catch by Dylan Smith on the sideline, going up to its high point, getting a foot in bounds.
Dylan Smith has really showed out tonight. 1st down and 10 for the Yellowjackets. Stockton Power Equipment 1st down at the 34-yard line. 27 seconds left to play in the ball game. Dax throws for Hunter Sosha. It's broken up, and that'll stop the clock with 24 seconds left. Woo, boy. 2nd down and 10 for the Yellowjackets. 24 seconds left to play in the ball game. 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Dax tries to thread the needle, and that was almost intercepted.
Got a break there. You're right, Andy. That was almost intercepted. That was a linebacker reading Dax's eyes the whole time. Jumped the route off his hands. Falls innocently incomplete.
Good news is only 2 seconds ran off the clock. 22 seconds left in the ball game.
Back in at the bottom.
Great to see Zay back in the ball game. Dax tries to get it to him, overthrows him. And so we're back to 4th down again. 17 seconds left to play in the ball game.
They had 2 on Zay that time. One up close, one shading him over the top. Still got deep. Tough throw on the run by Dax. This is the game right here, 4th and 10.
Play clock at 10. Dax gets the snap. Hit as he throws. The ball's up in the air. Intercepted. A flag comes down.
That's pass interference.
We need this play to end soon because time is running down. 7 seconds left.
That's going to be an Ace Hardware pass interference penalty that should result in a Stockton Power Equipment 1st down and keeping the pulse alive for the Sheridan Yellowjackets.
You know, the hard part is that play kept continuing though, and the longer they were running, the play clock or the game clock was continuing to run as well. So it's down to 7 seconds left to play. The call is against Jonesboro. So there's still some life here. They'll mark the ball down inside the 20-yard line to the 19. There's time for 1 play, possibly 2. 48-42 your score. Jonesboro on top of your Sheridan Yellowjackets. Jackets with it, 1st down inside the 20-yard line. 7 seconds left to play in the ball game. Dax McMillan rolls to his left, throws, incomplete to Hunter Sosha. It'll stop the clock with 5 seconds left. So you'd think that this next play might be the last, but maybe there's time for a second play.
Don't mind the call there. Quick out route, trying to get yardage, getting us closer to the end zone. Falls incomplete. 5 seconds is one play 90% of the time, unless it's a quick, very quick route.
That last one, 2 seconds
Yeah.
ran off the clock. So 5 seconds left in the ball game. 4 receivers to the wide side. Zay's down low. Dax, this'll do it. And he's hit as the
It's incomplete.
releases.
1 second on the clock.
1 second left.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We have one more shot. One more shot. Let's go.
So I think it is safe to say this will be the last play of the ball game unless there's a penalty,
Unless there's a penalty.
a defensive penalty.
We still got to get the call in. We don't need any negative yardage here.
All right. Hope you're sticking with us, Yellow Jacket fans. It's been a good one.
Let's go.
Third down. 1 second left to play in the ball game. The Yellow Jackets have it at the 19-yard line. Play clock at 5. They got the snap off. The horn blows, and the pass will be incomplete. I don't see any flags down, and that will do it.
Tough loss for the home team on a hard-fought game. Nothing to hang your head about.
Yellow Jackets played a very good game. A lot of heart on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, but come up just short tonight against a good Jonesboro football team. Again, this is a team, they're 1-3, now 2-3, but their losses, they lost to Conway, which is a really good 7A ball club. They lost a 1-point game to Joe T. Robinson, which is ranked number 1 in Class 5A right now. They beat a good 7A team out of Mississippi, and of course they lost last week to Benton, and that was a 55-24 game, but it was a 38-24 game going into the fourth quarter. So, again, Yellow Jackets, fought their hearts out tonight, and boy, you just kept having that feeling that they were going to pull this one out, Jeremy.
Yeah, a lot of opportunities at the end of the game. The whole game really culminated to the last drive for us, and unable to get it into the end zone at the end of the game to seal a victory and a playoff berth. But nothing to hang your head about if you're a Sheridan football player tonight. I feel like they fought, battled well, showed good character, and really gave it all they had for 4 quarters.
A lot of guys played great games tonight, but one guy that just really kind of stood out in my mind was Dylan Smith. How many fantastic catches did we see him make? Catches that just didn't look like there was any way possible, and he'd come down with it.
A lot of great catches. Kick return for a touchdown as well. Just a great game by Dylan. A lot of defensively, a lot of players stepping up tonight. Secondary was pretty good. Gave up a couple of big plays, but, man, just a all-around tough fought, but a loss nonetheless. Man, I was hoping we'd get one against Jonesboro tonight.
Yeah.
Coach Kelly, if you heard his halftime speech, just talked about the importance of getting a win tonight. Unfortunately, we come up just a little short.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if Mike's going to be able to catch Coach.
Just customary for our football team after the game to get the players. Coach Kelly invites the family members as well to come down and be a part of post-game speeches.
I think it's going to be a little bit before we're able to get to that. So I think we're going to go on and call it a night from here for sideline reporter Mike Nevins, Jeremy Orman. I'm Andy Mayberry. Braden Seitz with us tonight with production. Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors this evening, our presenting sponsors, First Trust Home Loans and Roof Connect. Of course, JM Fry Inc. sponsored our coaches show prior to the game. Stockton Power Equipment sponsored all of our first downs. The opponent's penalties were sponsored by Ace Hardware. All of your Sheridan touchdowns sponsored by Teeter Motors. First quarter, McCoy Tigert Pharmacy. Second quarter, People's Bank. Third quarter, Edwards HVAC. And, of course, our fourth quarter, Roof Connect and First Trust Home Loans. Again, we thank all of our sponsors tonight.
Nat Law, El Perion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Teeters, yes. Thank you all. And thank you all for tuning in as well. Hope you'll join us next week as the Sheridan Yellowjackets go to Benton.
Yeah, things don't get any easier. On the
easier.
road at Benton next week, the following week at Catholic. The 24th, they'll be back at home, their next home game against Marion. That'll be senior night, so be sure and show up for that. Then at Sylvan Hills on the 31st, and then they'll wrap things up here with a home game on November 7th, at least wrap up the regular season, because we're looking for a playoff berth out of this season.
Absolutely.
And that'll be November 7th against El Dorado homecoming, final game of the regular season. Again, for all of us here, all of our sponsors, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed Yellow Jacket football and stick with us throughout.